Kia ora and welcome into the first night of finals here at the 2025 Apollo Projects New Zealand Age Group Swimming Championships. My name's Scott Rice. Joining me for the evening final session is 2016 Olympian Matt Hutchins. Great to have you with us again on the commentary team. We had a fantastic first session of heats this morning with a few standout performances. Starting in the para swimming, Charlotte Murphy, 100 metres butterfly, smashing her own S6 New Zealand record by 6 seconds. Awesome to see, she's in great form. Then we move to Grayson Coulter in two of his events, just a fraction off his own New Zealand age group records. We also had Mila Tongalia 50 freestyle. She was just 0.17 seconds off both the World Juniors and the New Zealand age groups. And to finish off, Riley Sayer, who'd already qualified for the World Para, had cemented her form with another qualifying time this morning.
Yeah, and it's a schedule that you quite often don't see on the first day of a meet with 50s and the distance races. So really good to see the swimmers hitting the pool with good form there this morning, really setting the tone for a good week.
It is indeed. We kick off again with the 100 metres butterfly, this time split into age groups for the final, the top 10 in each age group racing it off for the national title. And it'll be interesting with Ariel Mochirahondo in the 100 butterfly racing up against Neo Solomons, and that's going to be a close one.
Yeah, and both national record holders across a number of races, and they really come together here in the 100 butterfly, both great 200 butterflies. So I'm sure they'll be using this here tonight, not only to compete, but set themselves up for later in the week.
That's right, and in the women's, 16-year-old Ariella Riley, she's sitting out front at the moment in lane 4. She'll be hoping to stay there too. Then we then go to the 50 freestyle. Luke Manderson, the only man under 24 this morning, he had a good time of 23.9.
Yeah, and he had a really good time drop this morning to be the swimmer under 24 seconds, but it is a 50. Anything can happen. He's got the middle lane. It's good to be in the middle of the pool for those 50s, avoid some of that splash, but, you know, they call it, you know, it's one of the most exciting races, so we'll look forward to those tonight.
Mila Tongalia just caught up with her parents on the way in the pool, actually. They're excited, they're nervous for their daughter's performance. 26.1 this morning, a 25.98 is the time she's got to do. It doesn't seem like a lot, but coming under that 26, you need to put it all together.
Yeah, and the swim looked really, really nice this morning. Looked well put together, so, you know, what kind of changes has she made, can she make coming in here tonight? Does, you know, just having a nap this afternoon get herself a little bit more ready? We'll see.
And then we move to the last of the time finals of the girls, 800 metres freestyle, and the boys, 1,500 metre freestyle. And the top swimmers in those, it'll be Paige Conley. She's the top seed by quite a few seconds. She's really shown some real talent in the distance swimming.
Yeah, no, you know, like we said in the 50s, anything can happen. I think a little bit the same in the distance races. Sometimes a 5 second, 6 second lead isn't really a lot. You know, it's dropping 6 seconds over an 800. Happens just like that. So, you know, those races are as open as anything tonight, and, you know, they'll be all excited to get some good swims in.
And the 1,500 metre freestyle for the boys, the last of the time finals, Leo English up against a swimmer from your club, Wharanui in Soren Wells. But Leo English got a good 6 second margin on the program, but it's going to come down to his performance this evening.
Yeah, exactly. And I think with the change of event, you know, we've got the 17 and 18-year-old swimmers aren't here. It's giving a great opportunity for these 14, 15-year-olds. They're finally in the middle of the pool. They're next to people in their age group instead of being spread out. So, you know, I think it's going to lead to some really good competitive swimming here tonight.
Well, that's a bit of a wrap of tonight's program. It's going to be an exciting. We finish off with the 4x100 metre medley relays across 2 different age groups and genders. Hope you enjoy the action. We're going to ask you now to stand for the New Zealand national anthem. what a great way to start the first final session. Lovely to see everyone singing there, all the swimmers too. I'm delighted to have Leo English here alongside me to read the athlete's oath.
I declare that we will take part in the 2025 Apollo Project's New Zealand Age Group Swimming Championships in the spirit of true sportsmanship, recognising the rules which govern them and wishing to participate in them for the honour of our team, country and the glory of our sport. Thank you.
Thank you, Leo. Fantastic job. We'll be back after this short break to kick off the first of the final session.
Apollo Projects is New Zealand's trusted specialist for the design and construction of sports, aquatics and education centres, and is proud to be the principal sponsor of Swimming New Zealand.
Please put your hands together and welcome our technical officials as they make their way onto pool deck. Introducing your referees for this evening's final session. For the boys' events, Ali Sherwood. For the girls' events, Andy McFarlane. Your starters for the boys' events, Ross Gillespie. For the girls' events, Edward Hardy. Your technical director for these championships is Carlreen Gillespie. Thank you, officials. Please be seated. We'll be back after this short break to kick off Event 1, the girls' 100 butterfly, 13-year-olds.
Escape to Hawke's Bay, and you'll find yourself in great company here. Welcome to the world's newest great wine capital.
We're going to try and do the wine styles that Hawke's Bay does best. These are the varieties that we champion.
Got the ovation, lamb rub. Enjoy.
Welcome to Hawke's Bay. You're in great company here.
Here's a helmet, here's a mat. See you at 4.
Hawke's Bay is the world's newest great wine capital.
Swell it a little bit, it just opens it up.
Join us. You're in great company here. Escape to Hawke's Bay, and you'll find yourself in great company here. Welcome to the world's newest great wine capital.
You know your best can always be better. When you're always prepared to give it your all. You must flow like water, but be fueled by fire. You eliminate doubt and replace it with focus. If there's a boundary, you're pushing it. Even when you know fast is your only speed, you know that's never enough. Power Skin Primo, the first race suit with Hyperforce fabric. First is better than fast.
This is Event 1, the girls' 100 metres butterfly, 13-year-olds. In lane 0, from Mount Eden Swimming, Sophia Na. In lane 1, from TBSS Central City Swimming, Sienna Webby. Lane 2, from Aquatic Swim Club, Sophia McClintock. Lane 3, from North Shore Swimming Club, Tasia van der Westhuizen. Lane 4 from North Shore Swimming Club, Amelia Rose Searle. Lane 5 from Phoenix Aquatics, Hope Wang. Lane 6 from Papamoa Swimming Club, Miller Kennedy. Lane 7 from New Caledonia, Luna Roesh Malier. Lane 8 from Enterprise, Lola Stewart. And lane 9 from New Caledonia, Tahani Mackay. We're going to just have a quick ad break. We'll be back to kick off the final session very shortly. So these finalists will be racing in their own age group this time, and as Matt touched on, quite different to the heats this morning where they were alongside perhaps younger or older swimmers. This time, all their own age. And unlike some of the races of old, with 8 swimmers with the 10-lane pool, the full suite of 10 swimmers for each age group, unless they didn't quite have the numbers. And just waiting on our technical officials to get us underway. Exciting moment, the first final of the Apollo Project's New Zealand Age Group Swimming Championships 2025. Away nice and cleanly this time. Matt Hutchins down the first 25. Who's starting to emerge?
Yeah, not much between lane 4 and 5 there. Amelia Rose Searle and Hope Wang out of North Shore and Phoenix. The 2 Auckland girls, I'm sure, spent a lot of time racing each other. Looking at the tempo, the stroke, it looks like Amelia's got that edge coming here into the turn.
Amelia Rose Searle turns first, 30.88. A margin of about 0.6 of a second. Nice handy margin. Down the third 25. Starting to open up now to a body length. Sitting in second, Hope Wang.
And looking really strong here, coming into the last 25, keeping her hips nice and high, out in a 30 point here this morning. A 1:08 was her heat swim, so is she going to hold off that time a little bit coming home?
Miller Kennedy challenging for third at the moment, but Amelia Rose Searle has it all her own way to win the 13-year-old girls 100 butterfly with ease, coming in a 1:06.72, taking 1.5 seconds off her time from this morning's heats. Superb swim for Amelia Rose Searle of North Shore Swimming Club. Second goes to Wang, third to Kennedy. And there is the official result of the 13-year-old girls. Pretty tight amongst third, fourth, fifth. Please clear the pool, girls. Please clear the pool. Introducing the 14-year-old girls, lane 0, Fiona Sheng, Hawke Pakaranga. Lane 1, Greymouth Swimming Club's Emma Bryan. Lane 2, Trojan Swim Club, Phoebe Nettle. Lane 3 from Porirua City Aquatics, Alyssa Bai. Lane 4 from St Peter's, Alana Rawson. Lane 5 from Wharanui, Tandia Fisher. Lane 6 from North Shore Swimming Club, Amber Lynn. Lane 7 from Phoenix, Jade Lyles. Lane 8 from Liz Van Willie Aquatics, Mackenzie Jury. Lane 9 from Pirates, Sadie Percy. The 14-year-old girls, 100 metres butterfly, Alana Rawson, fastest from this morning's heats, 1:04.59, about a second and a half clear of the rest of the field. We should see a strong start, Matt.
Yeah, and a really good first 15 metres there by Alana Rawson. Almost making a right to that red mark, really strong underwaters. Quite often you see that in the butterfly, but next to her, Tandia Fisher of Wharanui, an absolute great finisher over the last 50 metres, over 100 metre, 200 metre races. So being close to her at the turn is going to be really important. Both girls out under that 30-second mark, setting us up nicely as we see Alana's fantastic underwaters there again off that turn.
Certainly they touch very, very similar, but great underwater by Alana Rawson. And now having to work pretty hard with Tandia Fisher challenging. Tandia Fisher coming up onto the shoulder of Alana Rawson with 15 metres to go. Can Rawson hold on? 10 metres, she can probably sense how close it is. I think Rawson will hold on here. A good strong final 10 metres will reward Rawson with a national title. 1:03.29, real gutsy final 25, Matt, to pull it through with a big strong challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. The challenge there was from second place from Tandia Fisher, but that last 7 or 8 metres, Alana Rawson really got that head down, kept that stroke nice and strong, and in the end, half a body length in it, finishing with a really nice win, and another 3 seconds faster than another second faster than this morning, sorry.
Yeah, certainly a great split on the way home, a 29.7 on the way down. Moving to the 15-year-old girls, 100 butterfly. Lane 2 from St Paul's Swimming Club, Tessa Scott. Lane 3 from Whanganui Swim Club, Paige Conley. 4 from Napier Aquahawks, Scarlett Boats. 5 from Swim Zone Racing, Hannah Sampson. 6 from Phoenix Aquatic, Cynthia Lee. And lane 7 from Mount Eden Swimming, Alicia Story. Oh, just got it in there. 15-year-old girls, just the 6 swimmers in this field. And a good start by lane 4's Scarlett Boats. Napier Aquahawks, the yellow cap in the middle of the pool, quickly chased down by Hannah Sampson of Swim Zone Racing in 5.
Yeah, and this morning only 0.3 of a second between them, as you see there in the program. So this back half of this race, I imagine they're going to pull themselves away from the field. But at the moment, Scarlett Boats there at the 50-metre line, the only girl under that 30-second barrier.
She's got a really good long stroke, just diving forward with a lot of momentum, keeping those hips nice and high, extending that lead down to the final 25. Really swimming with purpose into this finish here. Scarlett Boats for the 15-year-old girls. What can Hannah Sampson do to respond?
And it looks like a strong battle for third place. So as we watch Hannah Sampson kind of closing that gap there at the end, but it will be Scarlett Boats all the way into the finish.
Well done to Scarlett Boats, leading from start to finish, half a second margin to win it in the end, and goes under the time she did this morning in the heats. And we'll catch a word with Scarlett Boats to hear how her reaction to her win. Congratulations, Scarlett, just catching your breath. Your first reaction to your first national title here this week.
I'm so excited, but also really tired.
29, just under 30 on the way down, but you had a bit of work to do on the way back. Could you sense how close that was?
Yeah, I couldn't move my arms, but I knew that I had to push that last 10 metres.
Well, for what it's worth, it looked nice and long and strong all the way back through that second 50. Anyone you want to say hello to from Napier Aquahawks?
Just my club and my family. Thank you for supporting me.
Congratulations, Scarlett Boats, winner of the 15-year-old girls 100 butterfly. Well done.
And introducing the finalists now for the 16-year-old women's 100-metre butterfly final. In lane 0 from Murihiku Swimming Club, Caitlin Crawford. In lane 1 from Swim Zone Racing, Janaea Baker. Lane 2 from United, Frankie Dodonsky. Lane 3 from North Canterbury, Millie Bell. In 4 from Hamilton Aquatics, Ariella Riley. 5 from Hawke Pakuranga, Leah Yang. 6 from Ngātai Tuatea, Marina Nadilo. 7 from Central Hawke's Bay, Paige Franklin. Lane 8 from Heretaunga Sun Devils, Lola Nichols. And in lane 9 from North Shore, Eliza Williams.
The oldest of the age group here, the 16-year-old girls, 100 metres butterfly. Pretty flat across the pool at the moment. No one really showing much of a lead, but it looks like lane 4 starting to come through. Ariella Riley, a 1:05.32 this morning, 1.5 seconds in front of the rest of the field, powering down the first 50.
Yeah, and as we've seen here today, getting under that 30-second barrier here on that first wall seems to be the spot, and Ariella Riley, the only one there down under that time.
Millie Bell, lane 3. Leah Yang on the other side, sitting in 3rd. Going well in lane 2, this is Frankie Dudunsky, holding on, perhaps for a podium finish here. But Ariella Riley has got her own way at the moment. 1.5, 1 body length clear.
Yeah, and really following form here in this race. Ariella Riley, a body length here, and the race behind her, and couldn't be a much better of a V formation, so we're going to bring these swimmers in. Ariella Riley for first, nearly a whole 2 seconds faster than she was this morning, followed by Millie Bell and Leah Yang taking out 3rd place.
Here with Ariella Riley, congratulations. What a dominant performance tonight in the 16-year-old girls. Tell us how you feel.
Oh, that feels really great. I didn't expect that, honestly. So, yeah, that's really good.
1:05 this morning, 1:03 tonight. Was that sort of, were you reserving a little bit of energy this morning in those heats?
Not really. I mean, I didn't mean to, but I think I found that I went out a bit too relaxed in the start. So, oh gosh, sorry.
Well, you obviously had the gas to bring it home. What does this win mean to you?
It really means a lot. It's a good start to the meet, and it gives me a lot of confidence. Yeah.
Well done. Ariella Riley, 16-year-old girls, national champion. Well done.
And introducing our finalists for the 100-metre butterfly multi-class final from Aquagym in lane 4, Charlotte Murphy.
Charlotte Murphy back, hopefully in more record-breaking form. She swam that 2:01 this morning and lowered her own national record in the S6 category by quite a margin. And Matt, she's recently competed at the World Para Swimming Series in Melbourne, where she won a youth silver medal in the women's 400 metres freestyle multi-class and broke the 16 and under New Zealand age record. So great to see Charlotte just continuing to improve.
Yeah, and great to see that exposure on that international stage is clearly helping. As we often see, 1 or 2 swimmers in these finals, so great for her to be able to get over to Australia, be around more multi-class swimmers and be in some competitive racing. And, it makes you wonder if that 2-minute barrier is probably on her mind a little bit there tonight. About 5 or 6 seconds off her record this morning. So we'll see. We'll keep in touch with that record as we get further through this race.
We will indeed. She turns in a 56.98. I believe it was a 57 this morning. She'd gone out quicker tonight. That's a great sign. Can she pull it home, bring it home really strongly here? To go around the 2 minutes, under the 2 minutes would be magic. Charlotte Murphy, S6 physical impairment class, ranging from S3, I think, all the way up to S10.
Yeah, and she was out in a 57.73 this morning, so we're already up nearly a second on that time here tonight. So as you say, we'll keep an eye on that time as we get closer to this last 15 metres, but looking really good. Always really tough being out there by yourself, so really great work that Charlotte does here, being able to compete, keep herself focused on these races and putting out really good times.
10 metres to swim here for Charlotte Murphy. Let's make some noise, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring her home. Try and get another PB. I think she's going to be just outside that time from this morning. She might have just pushed a little hard in the first 50. She comes through, and a 2. It's going to come soon. It's coming soon. 2:05.30 for Charlotte Murphy. But can't take away from that superb performance this morning of 2:01. A win for her in this age group. And we'll catch up with Charlotte to hear about how things are going and how she reacts to that win. Charlotte, congratulations. A win for you tonight, of course, but you must have had an extra few Weet-Bix this morning because 2:01. What happened this morning? That was a great swim.
Definitely trying to give it my all in the heats. Tonight wasn't what I wanted, but to take away the swim I had this morning, I'm really happy with.
You're getting some international experience now with the Para World Swimming Series. That must have been special to take part in and helping to develop your career.
Yes, it's an amazing opportunity to go with the New Zealand team, and I really enjoyed every bit of it, and it was so much learning.
Well done on your performances today. Look forward to seeing you in action again soon.
And now your finalists for event number 2, the boys 13-year-old 100-metre butterfly. In lane 0 from Coast, J.K. Wang. In lane 1 from North Shore Swimming, Dominic Barton. And 2 from Vikings, Benji McLean. In lane 3 from Australia, Stefan Grant. In 4 from North Shore, Grayson Coulter. In lane 5 from Australia, Tyrell Nemeth Ford. In 6 from Jazzy, Zachary Horton. In lane 7 from Napier Aquahawks, Aidan Carlisle. In 8 from Parnell, Kento Wangford. And 9 from Pirates, Oscar Hodge.
Well, he's been an absolute sensation and showed since he's hit the 13-year-old age group, collected 6 New Zealand age group records. Look at him go in the first 25, a 57.9 this morning, just fractions off his own New Zealand age group record, already dominating this field down the first 50.
Yeah, and such an impressive young swimmer and really showing it here early on, just attacking this race from the front end. You know, we're looking for that 57.8 mark, so down in a 26.5, looking really good. We'll have a look at his underwaters.
Second to the wall, Tyrell Nemeth Ford from Australia. Third to the wall was out there in 8, Kento Wangford. But it's all Grayson Coulter's to lose today. 15 metres to swim. Can he collect the New Zealand age group record here at his first age group championships? Grayson Coulter comes to the wall. 57.56, New Zealand age group record. And a fantastic PB. Some would say the fastest 13-year-old in the world at the moment. A very exciting prospect to watch over the years to come. Grayson Coulter. Second goes to our visitor from Australia, Kento Wangford takes the silver for the Kiwis from Parnell. And Zachary Horton, third for the Kiwis from Jazzy.
And the little fist pump there at the end of the race, obviously excited to get under that record time.
Moving now to the 14-year-old boys, 100 metres butterfly in lane 0 from Liz Van Willy Aquatics, Logan Pinkerman. Lane 1 from Coast, Rangjang Wang. In lane 2 from Matamata Swimming Club, Everett Williams. Lane 3 from Parnell Swimming, Michael Chen. In lane 4 from Northwave Swimming Club, Tiroha Paki. Lane 5 from Blenheim, Will Atkinson. Lane 6 from Coast, Case Glintmeyer. 7 from Northwave, Henry Childs. Lane 8 from United, Ryan Zhao. And lane 9 from Ngātai Tuatia Ataraika Swimming, William Tai. The 14-year-old boys, 100 metres butterfly, Tipaki in lane 4, always performing well at these big championships. Tipaki takes them out in lane 4. Trying to hold on is Michael Chen from Parnell in lane 3 at the moment. Good first 25.
Yeah, and both swimmers there in the lanes 3 and 4 taking this one out nice and fast. We saw it in the last race. You've got to be out in front. And Tipaki there, 27.01. A 59 there this morning. Those other boys will be looking to go with him here over that last 50 metres. But as we saw last year, Tipaki, a really strong swimmer, you know, over those longer distances, a good 100 backstroke, a good 400 IMA, has the ability to finish these races strong, and he's looking great through 75 metres here.
Tipaki coming into the final 20 metres. Can he hold on here? He's grown about a foot since I last saw him. Tipaki gutsing it out. He'll hold on, I think, here to a fast-finishing Michael Cheng. And is it going to be lane 6, Case Glintmeyer, that gets there? No, just outside. It'll be Will Atkinson gets it for the bronze. A 59.30 for Tipaki to win the 14-year-old boys 100 butterfly.
And a really great finish there, looking really strong, really low to the water, managed to maintain that stroke weight well through the race, and seeing that replay, that touch for 3rd and 4th, really just coming down to a couple of fingernails there at the end. And there, as we see the official results, Tipaki first, Michael Chen from Parnell, and Will Atkinson getting in there for 3rd place to round out the medals.
Moving now to introduce the 15-year-old boys, 100 butterfly. Lane 0 is Will Herbert from Parnell. Lane 1 from Tasman Swim Club, Lucas Bell. 2 from United, Seb Seggers. 3 from Capital, JC Lee. Lane 4 from Pirates, Declan Broadfoot. 5 from Trojans, Sam Skidmore. 6 from United, Michael Sun. 7 from North Shore, Andrew Feng. Lane 8 from Wharanui, Hilton Stracy. And lane 9 from Phoenix, Jethro Yoon. Declan Broadfoot in lane 4, only one under the minute this morning, 59.94, not a much of a margin as he comes out really strongly. Lane 5 actually, Sam Skidmore.
Yeah, Sam Skidmore absolutely exploded through that first 15 metres here. As we've seen in the last 2 races, the swimmers just getting out after it in these first 50 metres. Declan Broadfoot a little bit behind. You know, we see him more over those 200 distances, that 400 IM, so expect a really strong last 30 metres from him, but Sam Skidmore not really trying to leave anything to chance.
Broadfoot just 0.3 of a second behind, but look at lane 2. Seb Seggers from United. He's really challenging. Has this fast start from Sam Skidmore. Will it pay off for him into the final 25?
As we see Declan really starting to push through, but Sam Skidmore is hanging on. He's done just enough over that first 50 metres, it looks like, but second, third and fourth absolutely tight. It will be Declan in for second.
Gutsy performance by Sam Skidmore, 58.55. Must have been part of the game plan there. And we've seen it so often, some of these swimmers that really decide to put it on the line in that first 50, and it's paid off for Sam Skidmore from Trojans, who goes 58. He did a 1 minute 09 this morning.
Looking at that replay, it was Sam Skidmore taking it out, but Declan just out-touching JCE of Capital Swim Club. The top 3 all under that magical 60-second barrier. Andrew Feng there in 4th, rounding it out as we wait for the swimmers to get out of the pool, and we will get in touch with Sam Skidmore and Scott in just a second.
Sam, looks like you left it all out there in the pool, and that's what we like to see. What a win. Can you muster some words for us?
I'm tired as.
You went out strongly, you touched first at the 50. Was that part of the game plan tonight?
Yeah, just go out fast.
That's always that's something you've obviously been working on, to have that back end. Tell us about your preparation coming in. Has it been as you'd expect?
Yeah, kind of, I guess. Yeah.
Hey, well, look, give him a big round of applause. Sam Skidmore, ladies and gentlemen. He's still trying to catch his breath from that amazing performance. Well done.
And introducing your finalists now for the 16-year-old boys 100-metre butterfly final. In lane 0 from St. Paul's, Kagan Boonen. In lane 1 from New Caledonia, Heimanu Make. In lane 2 from North Shore, Jacob Humphreys. In 3 from Hamilton Aquatics, Orlando Hardy. In 4 from Swim Rotorua, Ariel Machi Rahondo. In 5 from Kiwi, Neo Solomonson. In 6 from Swim Zone Racing, Kane Howard. In 7 from Roskell Swim Club, Nemanja Markovic. In 8 from Mount Maunganui, Flynn Beattie. And 9 from United, Cole Fugia.
First big hit out for Ariel Mochirahondo from Swim Rotorua, a butterfly specialist across the 200 and the 100. He recently broke Danyon Loader's 200-metre 15-year-old age group record. Just shows you what sort of trajectory this young man has had in the butterfly events.
Yeah, and if you're keeping an eye on the national record for this, Corne Swanepoel at the age of 16 was a 53.49, so chasing one hell of a target there, but down the first 50 metres, Neo Solomonson, the only swimmer under that 26-second mark, he's taking it out. As we said, though, both great 200 butterflies, so both going to have strong finishes. Orlando Hardy in lane 3.
Look at this.
We've seen him take out a lot of these swims.
Neo Solomonson really putting it to the rest of the field here. Solomonson with 15 metres to go, half a body length over Mochirahondo. Solomonson's going to take this title. What a win for him. The 16-year-old boys, 55.04. Wow, half a second at the 50 mark. And he brings it home and extends that lead to 0.7 of a second at the wall. A great win for Solomonson and the Kiwi Swimming Club.
Yeah, and a really good swim. And, relying on that 200 butterfly training, didn't even look like he skipped a beat coming down there over that second 50 metres. Had his gap at the 50 and he held it the whole way. Not much, that could be done there to catch him. He was absolutely charging home as Ariel and Orlando round out the top three there. 56.72, taking out the bronze for Orlando Hardy, and Ariel Machi-Rahondo swim Rotorua 55.81 for silver, as Neo makes his way over to Scott for a few quick words.
Big smile, Neo. What a swim. That was incredible. Down the first 50 fast and even extending that lead on the second 50. It all came together for you tonight, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
What were you set out to do tonight? What was the game plan?
Mainly go out a bit faster than my heats in the first 50 and try come back at 29.
I think you probably did do that. I'm sure the selectors across a few different international meets are looking at the Tri-Series as well, but that's a fantastic win. What's next for you on the program this week?
It would be the 100 freestyle tomorrow.
Well, that's going to set you up really, really well, full of confidence after night one. Congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
And moving to the finalists for event 102, the 100-metre butterfly men's multi-class final in lane 4 from Dannyburg Swim Club, Jonty Howland. And in lane 5 from Otaki Titans, Lucas Robbins.
This is the event 102, the 100 butterfly for boys multi-class. Jonty Howland, the 13-year-old, S6 and 4. Lucas Robbins from the Otaki Titans, the 15-year-old, S10 category. Both physical impairment classes. Lower the number, the more severe the physical impairment. And the times, the winner is the time closest to the world record for their event, the event and the disability class. So often determined not by who touches the wall first, but by that calculation. And it is Lucas Robbins who goes through the first 50 first. And a tough race, the 100 butterfly. For any swimmer, it demands a lot of energy, and it comes down to a lot of great technique too, otherwise you can make very hard work of it.
Lucas Robbins, a 1:41.84 there this morning. He'll be looking to take that time down, looking really, really sharp. He was 5 seconds faster through that first 50 split than he was this morning, so really taking it out there tonight. He's going to be that same 5 seconds under his time here tonight as well.
Good job. I remember him being just on his PB, I think, this morning, so he looks like he's lopped the 5 seconds off. He's obviously had a good chat to his coach, had a nice rest, come back firing. And here comes Jonty Howland, 1:55. He's gone 3 seconds quicker too. Well done. And just waiting on that result on the screen, on the board. And the winner is Jonty Howland from Dannyburg, 1:55.53. We'll catch a word with Jonty. Jonty, come on over and have a chat to us, mate. Congratulations. Another first win for you at these championships. How are you feeling?
Tired, hungry, and all of those, yeah.
3 seconds quicker from this morning. What did you do differently tonight, you feel?
Just chase Lucas, made him as my pace setter, try to keep up with him.
Now, I read recently you've got some New Zealand records in the 400 IM and the 800 freestyle, so this is more of a sprint for you, is it? You like the longer distance?
Yeah, I'm definitely a distancer.
Well, we look forward to seeing you in those events later in the program. Congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
And we will pass to a quick ad break before returning to the women's 50-metre freestyle finals.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through really tough times. It's a real privilege, but you know, for us, we want to see others get involved in this. This is not a selfish thing for Apollo. This is about how can we get, whether it's construction or other businesses, to get involved in this.
There's a lot of things that kids miss out on, and so to have businesses step up and want to be involved and to help is a game changer for schools. It really is.
Welcome back to the 2025 Apollo Projects New Zealand Age Group Swimming Championships. We're live from the Hawke's Bay Regional Aquatic Centre. This is day one, first of the final session, and we move to event 3, the 13-year-old girls 50 metres freestyle final. Lane 0 from Neptune is Annalise Miller. Lane 1 from St Paul's is Aleta Tukia. Lane 2 from Hedatonga Sun Devils, Ella Fritchley. Lane 3 from Club 37, Marley Coverdale. 4 from Enterprise, Lola Stewart. 5 from Wanaka Swim Club, Hannah Carney. 6 from Porirua City Aquatics, Camille Zhao. 7 from Wanaka Swim Club, Sophia McClintock. 8 from Pukekohe Swim Club, Catherine Tegman. 9 from Mount Eden Swimming, Sophia Na. "13-year-old girls, 50 metres freestyle." Let's look at the all-important start. Coming through, hard to tell at the moment, the middle lanes, Lola Stewart from Enterprise. Lola Stewart, but the first 4, lanes 3 to 6, with 25 metres to go. The head goes down, one breath for Lola Stewart, and starting to come through is Hannah Carney. Hannah Carney's going to get this, I think. Good solid strokes to the final wall, and in she comes, Hannah Carney. 27.84, a good win by 0.2.
Yeah, great swim there. Only swimmer under that 28-second barrier. That last stroke so well timed. Great reach into it. We'll see it as we get the slow motion replay. Second place to Lola Stewart, 28.14. And third to Camille Zhao from Porirua Aquatics, 28.27. That finish so important in a 50. Easy splits of a second can be changed there on that one.
So there's the result. Carney wins, Stewart second, Zhao takes the bronze from Porirua City Aquatics, just 0.4 of a second separating the first 3. We move now to the 14-year-old girls. In lane 0 from Wharanui Swim Club, Olivia Vivian. Lane 1 from Wharanui, Tandia Fisher. 2 from Phoenix Aquatics, Jade Lyles. 3 from United, Octavia Mahoney. 4 from United, Miller Tongalia. 5 from Parnell, Mackenzie Tobin. 6 from New Caledonia, Leana Mopan. 7 from Whanganui, Rachel Pui. 8 from Tasman, Keisha Old. And 9 from Wharanui, Lily Dunn. We'll expect to see Miller Tongalia get a very fast start. 1.5 seconds in front of the field from the heats. The straight arm technique of Tongalia. Just 0.17 of a second outside of that World Junior time in New Zealand age group. Takes the breath at the halfway mark. Buries ahead another one. I think the goggles might have come off here. But it's not, no, they're still on. She goes through for the win. Let's see what the time is. 26.17. Just about the same as this morning, 1/100th of a second slower. But Matt, she's brought her own PB down by half a second today. Great job.
As again, a really, really strong start. Great underwaters, concise, straight up into that straight arm freestyle at 25 metres was well ahead. Just looking for that power finish on the way home. And as we see on that finish, again, times that finish, maybe slightly long, but looking really, really good. The girls behind her, not much separating them as they come in for second and third.
Mackenzie Tobin takes the silver for the Kiwis. Octavia Mahoney the bronze, and our visitor from New Caledonia takes a visitor bronze. Moving now to the 15-year-old girls, 50 metres freestyle. Lane 0 from Taieri Swim Club is Isabella McIntyre. Lane 1 from Hiratonga Sun Devils, Ruby Sysam. 2 from Hamilton Aquatics, Jessica Richardson. 3 from Wanaka Swim Club, Louisa Palmer. 4 from Swim Zone Racing, Madeline Wilson. 5 from Club 37, Kitty Yamagami. 6 from Greendale, Brooke Spears. 7 from Roskill, Bianca Chan. 8 from Liz Van Willie Aquatics, Cameron Guthrie. 9 from Kiwi West, Lily Smith. Well, just the one swimmer under 27 and 3 under 28, and that's the middle of the pool. 0.7 margin from this morning. Madeline Wilson, expect to see her going fast. Got a great coach in Frank Terrell, a sprint coach. Emerges at the front now by half a body length with 15 metres to go. Swimming for Swim Zone Racing, Madeline Wilson. Can she go faster than her 26.8 this morning? She hits the wall just outside 26.92. But a good, another solid performance, under 27 seconds. Second goes to Yamagami, third to Palmer.
Yeah, and interesting to see those different technique strategies there across the pool. Kitty Yamagami there for second, straight up over the water. Madeline Wilson a little bit more over top, a little bit more bend in that arm for that 50 freestyle. She takes that last breath about 10 metres out and keeps her eyes down all the way into the finish. As we see the final results, Louisa Palmer from Wanaka, 27.70. Kitty Yamagami from Club 37, 27.30, and Madeline Wilson, the only swimmer under the 27 mark, round out the top 3.
We'll have a chat to Madeline Wilson for her win this evening. Madeline Wilson heading over for an interview. Great swim there for her. 0.4 of a second margin over Kitty Yamagami, a real competitor in that category as well. Madeline, congratulations. 26.9, 26.8 this morning. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm just happy to be here.
Your race plan tonight in your 50, talk us through what was going through your head before you dove in.
Just swim it fast.
Anything Frank told you after your heat this morning you needed to concentrate on?
Probably finishing on a dip or long, but I didn't do that.
Oh, you might be in trouble, but you still won the national title. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, our winner of the 15-year-old girls 50 freestyle. Madeline, well done.
And your finalists now for the 16-year-old girls 50-metre freestyle in lane 0 from Swim Zone Racing, Sophie Martin. In lane 1 from United, Kayla Knight. In 2 from Coast, Hayley Smith. In 3 from Pukekohe Swimming, Talia Cheney. In 4 from Neptune, Charlotte Aburn. 5 from North Canterbury, Millie Bell. 6 from Pirates, Isla Kefford. In 7 from Stratford Flyers, Mila Gwodzinski. In 8 from North Canterbury, Macy Barnes. And in lane 9 from Swim Zone Racing, Janaea Baker.
Sixteen-year-old girls 50 freestyle up quickly in lane 4, Charlotte Aburn from Neptune. But coming quickly through is Millie Bell from North Canterbury. Millie Bell by half a body length halfway down the lap. Millie Bell takes a breath, still quarter of a body length now, and coming home strongly is Charlotte Aburn. But I think she's done enough. Millie Bell will win this. 26.74, half a second back to Aburn. Third will go to Kefford, Isla Kefford from Pirates. So it came down to that breakout, really took it to the rest of the field from the very early stages and held on to that lead. It just shows you how important that start is.
Yeah, that really, really nice, strong, steady head position there over that last 10 metres as swimmers tend to get tired, that tendency to bounce up and down, keeping it nice and strong. A lot of that comes from a nice, powerful kick. As we see the final results, Isla Kefford, Charlotte Aburn from Pirates and Neptune rounding out the top 3. Millie will have a quick word with Scott after a race.
Hi Millie, congratulations on your title, 16-year-old girls. You're the fastest in the country of all the 16-year-old girls. That must feel pretty special.
Yeah, it is actually kind of crazy. I'm a bit shocked, to be fair.
You had a very, very good start and a good breakout. Did you sense that you had a bit of a lead from the early stage, or was it all water and white water all the way down?
Nah, I mean, I knew I had to work on my breakout from this morning because that's where I lost ground, so I was really focusing on that tonight.
It absolutely worked. I'm sure your coach is going to be very, very happy with you, as he should be. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And now your finalists for event 103, the 50-metre freestyle women's multi-class in lane 2 from Aquagym, Charlotte Murphy. In lane 3 from Whakatane Swimming, Chloe Gladwin. In 4 from Hamilton Aquatics, Quinn Pike. In 5 from Matamata Swim Club, Riley Sayer. And in lane 6 from Murihiku Swimming, London Dillinger.
$50-metre freestyle for the girls, multi-class, and a number of different classes here. In fact, there's 4 different impairment classes. Quinn Pike, the 15-year-old, powering down the pool. She'll no doubt be the first to touch the wall here. Riley Sayer, she qualified in the for the World Paras this morning with her swim in the heats, coming down. And Quinn Pike, a 30.20
under her S19 national record there. Riley Sayer under her S7 national record. So 2 national records for the first 2 swimmers to touch the wall there.
And well under that world para qualifying time. You can see Riley Sayer just absolutely ecstatic with that swim. She keeps lowering those times. A recent amputee of the arm, and is slowly getting to grips with how she can make the most of her body and make it go faster through the water. And you get to see for every meet, every month that goes by, she is getting quicker. And a whole second in the 50 freestyle in the S7 category for Riley Sayer, with just the power of her left arm and the legs. And Quinn Pike. We'll have a chat to Quinn. Quinn Pike, come on over and have a quick chat. You are the winner of that event. Quinn, congratulations. Very quick down that 50, 30.2, and a new New Zealand record, S19. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You are so close to that 30 mark. Were you hoping to try and get a 29 tonight?
Yeah.
I reckon you've definitely got it in you, and we're going to see it very soon. Congratulations.
Thanks.
And moving on now to the finalists for event 4. The boys 50-metre freestyle, your 13-year-old finalist in lane 0 from United, Finn Aloha. In lane 1 from Jazzy, Zachary Horton. In 2 from Waitakere Swim Club, Manson Ming. In 3 from Tahiti, Tohai Tohini. In 4 from North Shore, Grayson Coulter. In 5 from Parnell, James Zhang. 6 from Sumuroturua, Noah Lomas. In 7 from Australia, Tyrell Nemeth Ford. 8 from North Shore, Dominic Barton. And lane 9 from Pukekohe Swim Club, Isaiah Tau.
Fresh off his win in the 100 metres butterfly, Grayson Coulter in lane 4, the New Zealand age group record holder. What can he do tonight? Already soaring in front down the first 25, opening up a body length lead with 25 metres to swim. Grayson Coulter at 24.66 is the time he wants to beat tonight. He comes in with 5 metres to swim. Coulter goes for the wall, 24.66. He equals his own New Zealand age group record. That's about as good as you can get, equaling the New Zealand age group record he set just last month. And he continues the streak, Matt.
Yeah, really impressive couple of swims there tonight. You know, great to see such a good young talent coming here and showing up on night one of the meet. Has a really, really strong start, as we'll see here on the replay. Gets off that block, really powers through that underwater. And a nice smooth stroke. Great powerful kick behind him. And Scott will have a word with our new double national record holder here this evening. As we see the final results, the visitor from Tahiti, Tohai Tahoni, takes the visitors' silver. Manson Meng from Waitakere, the silver. Australia takes the visitors' bronze, and James Zhang bronze.
First chat with Grayson Coulter. We don't normally speak to 13-year-olds, but we're going to have to make an exception. 2 New Zealand age group records today. First time in the New Zealand age groups. I'm guessing you've been waiting a long time for this, Grayson. How's it? What a day one for you.
What was the question, sorry?
What a day one for you. How are you feeling?
Oh, good, yeah. Very exciting, new meet, a lot more people here. A little bit nerve-wracking, but good.
So what are you've got a full program ahead. Main events for you?
200 free, and I'm hoping to do well on the 400 free.
Well, you're exciting us already on day one. We're looking forward to the rest of the week. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Your finalists now for the 14-year-old 50-metre freestyle. In lane 0 from New Caledonia, Carol Leigel. In lane 1 from Hawke Pakuranga, Rick Zhao. In 2 from Matamata, Everett Williams. In 3 from Otaki Titans, Jack Kennett. In 4 from Parnell, Yifan Zhang. In 5 from Whakatane Swim Club, Zandre Herbst. 6 from United, Henry Wang. 7 from Pukekohe, Jingyang Chao. 8 from St. Paul's, Simiosi Tukia. And 9 from Kiwi, Oliver Isles.
The start, the breakout, all important, as we've seen earlier in the girls' events. Coming up quickly in lane 4. Look at the rating here from Yifan Zhang from Parnell in the red cap. Yifan Zhang just winding it up down the first 25. Head down to the finish. Starting to emerge a quarter body length now. Yifan Zhang will win this 14-year-old boys 50 freestyle with a great swim, under 25 seconds. He swam a 25.33 this morning. He's taken another 0.4 of a second off to win that. That's what we want to see, Matt. We want to start seeing these performances in the evening, surpassing those in the morning.
Yeah, absolutely. Always a good sign. Coming here, doing a great swim in the morning, but being able to step up to that big occasion here in the final. You know, the 50 freestyle, a wildly competitive race. So, great to see these boys putting their best foot forward. And a big, powerful finish there. First, hard to tell on that replay. Second through to fourth, but we will see the final results.
You really can see the work that Zhang's put in that last 15 metres. That's where the difference was and where he opened up that lead to half a second. Introducing your 15-year-old boys, 50 freestyle finalists. In lane 0 from Coast Swimming Club, Alex Sanford. Lane 1 from Aqua Gym, Luke Thompson. 2 from Trojan, Sam Skidmore. Lane 3 from Coast, Liam Curling. Lane 4 from Coast, Donald Tian. Lane 5 from New Caledonia, Yaron Nanonche. 6 from Jazzy, Harry Riki. Lane 7 from Ngātai Tuatia Atara Ika Swimming, it's Jin Chen. Lane 8 from North Shore Swimming Club, Michael Brady. And lane 9 from Aqua Gym, Alex Gibson. A talented field here. Sam Skidmore, the 100-metre butterfly national champion in 2. The 2 coast swimmers, Liam and Donald in 3 and 4. Our visitor in 5. And look at the start by Donald Tian in 4. Donald Tian leads at the moment, looking over at his teammate. Can he hold on of Liam Curling coming quickly in lane 3 and lane 2 there, Sam Skidmore. Yaron Nadonche wins it. Donald Tian takes the New Zealand gold equal with his teammate Liam Curling. Nadonche wins it. Curling and Tian equal first from coast.
Yeah, absolutely crazy last 10 metres there. I think at about 11 metres out, Yaron Nadonche took a couple of galloping breaths, almost like he's in the 100, but then absolutely managed to close that gap to out-touch Donald Tian there in lane 4 as we get the super slow-mo finish.
What a finish, and I'm sure the boys will be having a bit of a chuckle about that. We will like to have a chat with Liam Curling and Donald Tian if they can make their way over to the presentation area. Thank you. So Donald Tian and Liam Curling over to the presentation area. Thank you. Congratulations, boys. First equal from coast. You train together. You're there every day, day in, day out. This must be pretty special to win a joint national title, Donald.
Yeah, it is pretty special.
You got away to a flying start there. And Liam, did you know you had to claw back a little bit in that final 25?
Yeah, my dive wasn't the greatest. I went too deep, so yeah.
24:39, how does that stack up for you both?
PB, I'm pretty happy with that time.
It's all right. Added 0.3, but it's fine.
Well, it's a national title. Congratulations, both of you, and all the best for the rest of the meet.
Moving now to our finalists for the men's 16-year-old 50-metre freestyle final in lane 0 from New Caledonia, Manu Marquet. In lane 1 from Icebreaker, Eric Wong. In 2 from Hamilton Aquatics, Orlando Hardy. Lane 3 from Swim Zone, Kane Howard. In lane 4 from Vikings, Luke Manderson. 5 from Roskill, Rui Howe. 6 from Phoenix, Bruce Shen. 7 from North Shore, Alwyn Bow. 8 from North Canterbury, Rylan Wheeler. And 9 from Hawke Pakuranga, Daniel Lowe.
Just 0.2 of a second separating the top 3 in this event. Luke Manderson, the only one under 24 this morning. Everything's going to have to go right in this one to win it. The 16-year-old boys, 50 metres freestyle. Luke Manderson bearing the head. 20 metres to go now. Big challenge from Rui Ho. Rui Ho, but what is it? Bruce Shen coming through in the blue cap. But a big push for Luke Manderson to win it. Manderson in that final 10 metres just chops it into a lower gear and gets through to the finish with a 23:56 and some fantastic times coming through this evening.
Yeah, and taking another nearly half a second off his time from this morning, and great to see Bruce Shen and Rui Howe both under that 24-second mark as well. Great to see that there in the 16-year-old age group. That finish started to look a little bit tight as we see the replay. Again, so important being able to touch that wall fully outstretched, diving into that finish.
We'll have a chat to Luke Manderson on that win. It wasn't really clear to the final 5 metres, really. But pulling a few of the boys through to some PBs, I'm sure. Luke, congratulations on your national title. That one was a tough one, and half a second off this morning's heats. You brought something really special tonight.
Yeah, pretty happy with it. A lot of work gone into it, and yeah, just happy.
It must be, you know, add to I guess the stress and the pressure of the final to have it so close there. Did you sort of know how close that was going to be tonight?
Yeah, I had a bit of a look at the end, but yeah, I was kind of watching him the whole time, but head down.
Talk about before the 50, you've got to psych yourself up, get yourself ready. What is the sort of usual ritual for you? What do you do to kind of get yourself ready?
Oh, listen to a bit of music, kind of just into my own wee zone, but...
Good on you. Well done. 16-year-old boys, national record holder Luke Manderson, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations.
Moving on to event 104, the 50-metre freestyle men's multi-class final in lane 3 from Porirua City, Nathaniel Wood. In 4 from Papamoa Swim Club, Thomas McGill. Lane 5 from Otaki Titans, Lucas Robbins. And in 6 from Dannyburg Swim Club, Jonty Howland.
Away we go down the 50 for the multi-class boys. And this is Thomas McGill from Papamoa in the S19 category, so I'm at 27.89 this morning. And all wanting to try and PB in the night swim here in the final. Remembering the winner will be the time nearest to the world record time in their class and age, perhaps. .28.08 for Thomas McGill. Second to the wall, Lucas Robbins, busy program, also done the 100 butterfly earlier, as has Jonty Howland. And we wait for the official result for the winner of event 104. And that result, Thomas McGill wins it 28.08 from Papamoa. We'll have a quick word with the 15-year-old. Great to see you back, Thomas, in fine form as well. Slightly quicker this morning, but very, very close. You must be happy with that.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. Did my best, and yeah, I'm pretty proud.
You look real quick down the whole length. How many events you got swimming this week?
I think I got six events.
It's a busy program, but a great way to start the chance with a national title for you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And we will take a quick ad break before returning here with the medal presentations of the first half of this evening's racing.
Escape to Hawke's Bay, and you'll find yourself in great company here. Welcome to the world's newest great wine capital.
We're going to try and do the wine styles that Hawke's Bay does best. These are the varieties that we champion.
Got the ovation there, enjoy.
Welcome to Hawke's Bay. You're in great company here.
Here's a helmet, here's a mat. See you at 4.
Hawke's Bay is the world's newest great wine capital.
Swell it a little bit, it just opens it up.
Join us. You're in great company here. Escape to Hawke's Bay, and you'll find yourself in great company here. Welcome to the world's newest great wine capital.
Apollo Projects is New Zealand's trusted specialist for the design and construction of sports, aquatics and education centres, and is proud to be the principal sponsor of Swimming New Zealand.
Welcome back. We are halfway through session number 2, the first of our final session here at the Hawke's Bay Regional Aquatic Centre. And we have the first of our medal ceremonies to reward our top performers in the first half of the final session. We start with the girls, 13 years, 100 metres butterfly. Presenting medals, Alonso Fernandez from Central Hawke's Bay Swimming. And in the bronze medal position, I think we're ready to go. It is Miller Kennedy from Papamoa in 108.91. Silver goes to Hope Wang, 108.44 from Phoenix. And winning is Amelia Rose Searle in 106.72. Mila Kennedy getting her bronze. Now to the 14-year-old girls, 100 butterfly medal presentation. Bronze medal goes to Phoebe Nettle, 105.97 from Trojan Swimming. Silver goes to Tandia Fisher, Wharanui Swim Club, 104.33. And winning from St Peter's, Alana Rawson, 103.29. Fifteen-year-old girls up next. Bronze medal goes to Paige Conley, 106.80 from Whanganui Swimming Club. Silver goes to Hannah Sampson, 105.78 from Swim Zone Racing. And gold goes to Scarlett Boats from Napier Aquahawks, 105.20. 16-year-old girls, 100 metres butterfly, bronze. Leah Yang from Hawke Pakaranga, 106.27. Silver goes to Millie Bell from North Canterbury, 105.57. And the gold goes to Ariella Riley, 103.13 from Hamilton Aquatics. Next up, event 101, the 100 butterfly for girls multiclass. The winner, Charlotte Murphy, in a New Zealand, no, it was this morning's New Zealand record, but it's in a really great 205.30 from Aquagym. Winning the 100 butterfly multiclass with that record this morning, 201. Hundred-metre butterfly, 13-year-old boys. Bronze medal is Zach Horton, 105.15 from Jazzy Swim Club. Just waiting on our swimmers to find their way to the podium. Here they come. Silver goes to Kento Wangford in 1:04.22, and our visitor, Tyrell Nemeth Ford, 1:01.68. And the winner in a New Zealand 13-year-old age group record time of 57.56, Grayson Coulter, North Shore. Moving to the 14-year-old boys, 100 butterfly. Bronze goes to Will Atkinson from Blenheim, 1:36. Silver goes to Michael Chen from Parnell Swimming, 1 minute flat. And winning the gold medal in 59.30, Tirodoha Paki. Fifteen-year-old boys, 100 metres butterfly, bronze, JC Yi from Capital, 59.75. Silver goes to Declan Broadfoot, 59.50 from Pirates. And winning in 58.55 from Trojans, Sam Skidmore. Moving now to the 16-year-old boys 100 butterfly, bronze, Orlando Hardy, 56.72 from Hamilton Aquatics. Silver, Ariel Mochirahondo, 55.81 from Sumrotarua. And winning the gold in 55.04 from Kiwi, Neo Solomonson. Moving to event 102, the 100 butterfly for boys multi-class. Silver goes to Lucas Robbins, 1:36.56 from Otaki Titans. And the winner, Jonty Harland from Dannyburg, 1:55.53. Well done, boys. Moving now to event 3, the 50 freestyle for the girls. Bronze medal goes to Camille Zhao from Porirua City Aquatics, 28.27. Silver goes to Lola Stewart, Enterprise Swim Team, 28.14. And winning, Hanakani, Whanaka Swim Club, 27.84. Next up, 14-year-old girls, 50 freestyle medal ceremony. Third is Leana Mopan from New Caledonia, 27.32, and from New Zealand, Otavia Mahoney from United, 27.43. Silver from Parnell Swimming is Mackenzie Tobin, 27.23. And winning from United in 26.16, Mila Tongalia. Fifteen-year-old girls, 50 freestyle medal ceremony. Bronze, Louisa Palmer, Wanaka, 27.70. Silver goes to Kiri Yamagami, Club 37, 27.30. And winning the gold from Swim Zone Racing, Madeline Wilson, 26.92. Sixteen-year-old girls, 50 freestyle medal ceremony. Bronze goes to Isla Kefford, Pirates, 27.53. Silver goes to Charlotte Abin from Neptune, 27.21. And winning from North Canterbury, Millie Bell, 26.74. Now to event 103, the 50 freestyle women's girls multi-class. Bronze medal goes to Chloe Gladman from Whakatane Swimming Club, 34.73. Silver in a new S7 New Zealand record time from Matamata, Riley Sayer, also a World Para qualifying mark. And winning the gold in a new S19 New Zealand record from Hamilton Aquatics, Quinn Pike, 30.20. Moving now to event 4, the boys 50 metres freestyle. Bronze medal goes to James Zhang, Parnell, 26.37. Silver goes to Manson Meng from Waitakere Swimming Club, 26.23. And our visitor, Toahei Tihone from Tahiti, 26.11. And winning in a new 13-year-old New Zealand age group record. In fact, he equalled his own New Zealand age group record in 24.66 from North Shore, Grayson Coulter. "14-year-old boys, 50 freestyle medal ceremony. Bronze medal from Whakatane Swimming Club, Zondre Herbs, 25.46. Silver goes to Everett Williams, from Matamata Swimming Club, 25.42. And the gold goes to Yifan Zhang, 24.90 from Parnell Swimming Club. "15-year-old boys. We don't often have one like this. Third place, Harry Riki from Jazzy Swim Club, 24.46. And 3 gold medals, 2 to the Kiwis, Liam Curling and Donald Tian, equaling in 24.39. And our visitor from New Caledonia, Yaron Nadonche. Sixteen-year-old boys up next. Bronze goes to Bruce Shen of Phoenix, 23.77. Silver goes to Rui Ho from Roskilde Swimming Club, 23.76. And winning from Vikings in 23.56, Luke Manderson. Moving now to event 104, the 50 freestyle for boys multi-class. Bronze medal from Porirua City Aquatics, Nathaniel Wood, 35.94. Silver goes to Lucas Robbins, Otaki Titans, 34.21. And winning in 28.08 from Papamoa Swimming Club, Thomas McGill. And that concludes the first of our prize givings for this half of the session. Thank you to our presenter, Alonso Fernandez from Central Hawke's Bay Swimming. We'll be back after this break for our time final of the girls' 800 metres freestyle.
Apollo Projects is New Zealand's trusted specialist for the design and construction of sports, aquatics and education centres, and is proud to be the principal sponsor of Swimming New Zealand.
Well, we welcome back our technical officials onto pool deck and resume the racing for the first of our final session here at the 25 Apollo Projects New Zealand Age Group Swimming Championships. Live from the Hawke's Bay Regional Aquatic Centre, this is time final number 5, the fastest of them all. The girls' 800 metres freestyle, and we'll hand you over to our technical officials after we've introduced our swimmers. Lane 0, Sophie Peters from Hamilton Aquatics. Lane 1, Helena Yule from North Shore. Lane 2 from Aquablades, Talon Hickford. Lane 3 from Hamilton Aquatics, Indiana Riley. Lane 4 from Whanganui Swim Club, Paige Conley. 5 from Nelson South, Tegan Stewart. 6 from Tahiti Swim Club, Isabella McIntyre. 7 from Phoenix Aquatics, Hope Wang. Lane 8 from Hawke Pakaranga, Maeve McDonald. 9 from St Paul's, Tessa Scott. Well, Matt Hutchins on the commentary desk with me this week for the final session, the 2016 Olympian. And Matt, we've got ages 13 through 16 here. Hope Wang, the 13-year-old in lane 7. 14-year-olds in lane 0, 1 and 8. And looking across the times to a 9:27, the fastest of this event, through to a 9:52. But as we've seen in the earlier time finals, that can all change. People have grown. They might not have swum this event for a while. They've had a really good preparation, perhaps.
Yeah, and as I said, and before the session started, the 800, the 1500 tends to be the rate. There's more pool to be swum. There's more time to be in the pool. You're going to see bigger time drops, so it can really go either way. A day where you're just like 1% off every now and then can suddenly turn into being 6 seconds behind, or a day where you're that little bit more on can turn into being 6 seconds faster. And when you put such a mix of age groups in the pool like this, there's 13-year-olds in this final. They've had the benefit of seeing all the other 13-year-olds race earlier today. They know what they need to do, and now they get to go out there and race against some girls a year, 2 years older than them, which is a great challenge to go up against.
Absolutely, and you'd be no stranger to pacing with your 400-metre swimming background. These swimmers across the 800, they would have practiced in training, trying to really understand their bodies, understand what sort of pace they need to hold. Each and every one of these swimmers will have a bit of a plan going in.
Yeah, absolutely. And I always thought, pace in the distance was all about feel. You want to feel right. You want to feel the same. Obviously, some days you're going a little bit faster than that. Other days you're not going as fast. But most of these girls probably knew, they knew they were racing tonight. They probably didn't have much on the calendar this morning. Hopped in, probably did a practice pace, practice warm-up. Came back tonight a little bit more focused, a little bit more precise. So they've had a good couple of sessions today to get that right, get the stroke counts down, get the feel of the new pool, the new turns, and ready to go out there and execute. Probably looking here after 200 metres, this is that first point of call. Where am I? How am I feeling? How can I pick up my tempo, my stroke from here?
Well, let's have a look at how they landed after the first 200 metres. It is Paige Conley that leads. Second at the moment, Indiana Riley, and out there in 6, Isabella McIntyre is sitting third, but not a lot in it, just half a second. First and second at the moment. And just settling into their rhythm here as they are just over a quarter of the way through this 800-metre 16 lap 800 freestyle. And Paige Conley looking very, very smooth and relaxed. A very symmetrical freestyle, breathing off to her right.
Yeah, and looking very relaxed, bringing that last 50 down under that 35-second mark. She had slipped up there a little bit, just over 35 seconds, so looking to hold around that 110, 109 mark throughout this middle section of the race. Naturally, this 300 to the 600, 700 metre, you want to have consistency. You build into that first 200 and you build out of the race. So looking for that consistency as she hits 35.7 there, so I'm sure she's looking to find that rhythm. Even looks like here through this turn she's picked up that tempo just a bit. Maybe the race plan there, go at 300 metres, that's the first point.
So still Paige Conley leads now by quite a handy margin. In lane 3 it is Indiana Riley, still Isabella McIntyre third in lane 6. That's how it stayed since the 200 metre mark. Now, Matt, lots of coaches lining up along the side of the pool with bits of papers waving and certain signals being thrown at swimmers here. Is that something that in this distance event there is an opportunity to look over at the coach and sort of get some sort of indication of how things are going or what they should be doing?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you don't want to be distracted too much. So much of the race, you want to be focused on your own thing. But as you go through the race, you do tend to look over there. Maybe the teammates, the coaches. Quite often an arm in the air could mean many, many things. But at the end of the day, everyone's probably just telling you to go faster, and you don't want to get caught up too much in that.
4:36 through the 400 metres. You look at the time in the program, 9:27. So you double that, you've got a 9:12, the typical drop-off in the 800. Probably looking at, 10 to 12, 15 seconds. So
yeah. And looking at Paige Conley, really up and down on these splits. Every time she seems to be heading back to that start, and we're in those 35 mid to highs. heading down to that turn in, she's hitting those 34 highs. So something is changing.
She's
in her
breathing
focus.
she's breathing to the left, right?
Maybe
she's
going
looking
back
at
to your
someone.
coach's comments, maybe she has seen that motivation from the other team.
Maybe there's a current running. Who knows? But this is Paige Conley swimming well out the front of this 5th and final time final of the girls 800 metres freestyle. Opened up a good, well, I'd say that 5 or 6 body lengths at the moment, but look at this here in lane 7. This is Hope Wang, the 13-year-old, starting to come through from Phoenix. What a gutsy performance here from her.
Yeah,
9:38.
We've already seen Hope in the water today and even this evening, just on the middle podium for that 100 butterfly. So, you know, is there a benefit to already having a swim? She's flushed some of that out. She's ready to go. You know, quite often having less time to think about it is really beneficial. But, you know, Hope, you know, she was holding 36s through that 200 metre. Now she's dropped that hammer down to those 35 lows. So her race plan clearly go at halfway and just see what she's got. A really, really brave strategy. And she is slowly closing that distance, looking really strong there for the 13-year-old.
She absolutely is. The 13-year-old New Zealand age group record may be out of reach tonight, held by Laura Baker, 9:08.20. Back 18 years ago. That would be a good one to get. Hope Wang really doing her best here to claw back the deficit back to Paige Conley. And sitting in third at the moment, it's Isabella McIntyre. Indiana Riley's just dropped back a little bit now into the field. Paige Conley still looking very smooth and controlled as she makes her way through to the 600 metre mark here.
Yeah,
with 200 to go.
And I think Paige not looking rushed, not looking panicked at all. A really, really good position here going through 200 metres to go. You know, quite often at times you can see people, the stroke starts to get a little bit choppy. And she's really maintaining that control. You know, 200 metres to go. As long as she hasn't lost count, now you know, get down and back. I'm building into that last sprint. She's still very relaxed on those legs, but Hope Wang seems to be closing that gap a little bit more every 50.
And as in a distance event, Matt, you know, when you start to fatigue, what are the typical things you really want to be concentrating on from a technique perspective?
I think, especially in freestyle, it's really important maintaining, you know, knowing where your hips are. The first thing that goes as we tire out, those hips start to drop. People, you know, call it the piano dropping or something heavy being dropped on your hips. So being able to stay in control, use the torso, use the hips to initiate your rhythm in your stroke and kind of roll from side to side. Use that to balance out your kick is so important. And I think we're seeing that well here, not over-kicking, flowing through her stroke from Paige.
Well, we will start to see some kick for sure with the 100 metres to swim as she approaches the wall. Hope Wang well and truly in second at the moment, looking for a massive PB for her, I'm sure. Isabella McIntyre sitting in third. Fourth at the moment is Indiana Riley, starting to increase that rating just a little bit. Paige Conley from Whanganui Swim Club, the 15-year-old, with a time of 9:27.92. Holding 35s, and Hope Wang over there also holding 35, so very much the same pace for the last 200 metres.
And going into this last turn, Hope Wang looks like she's got a little bit more of the tempo on her side, a bit more rhythm. Perhaps Paige is leaving this for a last 50-metre swim, but she's really going to have to make sure she gets up and goes here because Hope Wang is absolutely flying, 34.7.
Well, this could be a great finish here. Paige Conley now breathing to her right, can see Hope Wang, knows what she's got to do to hold on to this win. The 15-year-old, each swimming for their own age group titles here. Hope Wang, where's this energy come from? She's obviously put the work in. Wang coming to challenge Conley, but she's left a little bit too late. Conley will win it comfortably by a body length. Wang will take second overall, but win her 13-year-old title. Isabella McIntyre will take second in the 15-year-old category. Indiana Riley, can she hold on for? No, it'll be Talon Hickford who wins the 16-year-old girls title, unless there was faster swims this morning in the time finals. They'll have to wait and see. But great swimming across the girls' 800-metre freestyle timed final number 5. And we'll catch a word with Paige Conley. It'd be interesting to get a reaction here from Paige Conley. Always a tough one to jump out and say something on a microphone, Paige. Congratulations. What does that win mean to you?
A lot.
Talk us through that event. 5 seconds faster than on the program. Is that a PB for you this evening?
Yes, quite a big one.
That's fantastic. Swimming out of Whanganui Swimming Club. You got anyone down the camera or here that you'd like to say hello to and thank?
Dad and my brother.
Well, congratulations, Paige, on your magnificent win there. Final question. Did you see Hope Wang coming pretty fast down the outside there?
I saw her on the last turn, but then I blacked out for the rest of it.
Well, you held her off. It was a body length in the end. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
And moving now to our last and fastest heat for the men's 1500 metre freestyle. Your finalists in lane 0 from United, Tyler Lushcott. In lane 1 from Mount Maunganui Swimming, Sheldon Hogan. In 2 from St. Paul's, Alexander Kaposian. In 3 from Ngātai Tuatea Ataraika, Charlie Dickerson. In lane 4 from Rotorua, Leo English. In 5 from Wharanui, Soren Wells. In 6 from Murihiku, Luke Bigger. In 7 from Kiwi, William McFarlane. In 8 from Aquagym, William Callow. And in lane 9 from United, Bradley Searle.
.30 lengths of the pool here for the boys 1500 metre freestyle, the 4th time final. 3 of them swum this morning in the heats, and Leo English fresh off his New Zealand secondary school open water title in Rotorua last month, so he's in great form, a specialist over the distance freestyle.
Yeah, and that's the kind of thing that you've got to assume brings you into the pool with great form, going from open water distance swimming, coming in here to this 1500. You know he's in good shape. I think he was over here at our table before. He was saying he's had a really, really good block, of training the last 2.5 months, and he's feeling really, really good in the water. A really good middle distance freestyler can really cover anything from that 200 and up.
And Soren Wells from your club, Wharanui, hot on his heels, just 6 seconds off the pace on the program in lane 5, the 15-year-old.
Yeah, and a really good distance swimmer, really puts himself in the race, can really go over that back half. I think the race plan here, he can't let Leo English swim away from him too much in this first 600, 700 metres, because, as we said, I think Leo's going to be a great finisher, so you want to be in this race as long as possible, not let him get that 5 or 6 second lead too early here in that race.
You find some swimmers are born with the fast twitch fibre and wouldn't want to go near this event, and others, they're born with the slow twitch fibre or the slower twitch fibre, and they're quite at home over 30 lengths of the pool, and they like to wind it up and over a longer distance, and these swimmers perhaps were quite comfortable here in the pool tonight with that.
Yeah, and I think you see a lot of different techniques as well. Like Leo English looks really strong, probably a slightly higher tempo than you're used to seeing over a 1500, but does look strong through the water. There's not much kick behind him. He is a big swimmer. He likes to use that upper body strength to keep through. We'll keep an eye on his splits. He's gone from 30, 31s to 32, so he's probably trying to find that rhythm to settle into now. 31.9, that 31s, 32s is probably where he wants to sit.
He's got that kind of breathing on the right, galloping with a bit of the left hand, but just that catch is just beautiful, coming in exactly the right position on both sides. You just see that camera angle as he came in to the turn at the other end.
And exactly, and if he can hold around this 32, 31 second mark, we're right on that 16-minute barrier, that 1:04s for this whole 1500. So, you know, we're on track right now, 3:06 through the 300 metres. So we'll keep an eye on that. Seen plenty of 1500s before. This sort of gap at 300 metres is a much smaller gap, 600, 700 metres later, but looking well in control of this race and looking really in control of his swim right now.
15:50.45 is the World Junior qualifying mark. And the New Zealand record held by Michael Mitchum back 13 years ago at 15:33.59. And 32.36 for Leah English down that last 50. You can see that on the board there. And for those that are here in the Hawke's Bay Regional Aquatic Centre, if it's a green time, it's showing a time faster than the 50 previous. If it's a red time, it's obviously not. So 32.36, you can follow as well to see how they're tracking from a split perspective. You can see pretty consistent there for Leah English, 32.63 there, 0.1, 0.2, that's probably okay. Slipping out any more, you're starting to see a bit of fatigue coming in.
And speaking of consistency, you know, the current third place holder in this race, William McFarlane of Kiwi, we've pretty much been 33s the whole race, just slipped up to a 34.1. So, you know, quite often that 1500, it's how long can we hold that same pace. So often, you know, doing pace and training, doing pace and warm-up, you know, swimmers will go a little bit faster, they feel really good. It's how can you simulate what it really feels like to be, you know, 1100, 1200 metres into a race and knowing your stroke count, knowing your rhythm and how that feels. Yeah.
So Leah English opening up. Nearly half a length lead here on Soren Wells. He's really gunning for it. You sense that he wants to get near or under that 16-minute mark here, which would be a huge improvement of in 16:27. As we said, he's in form at the moment. He's full of confidence. Leah English, you would have seen him reading the athlete oath earlier, representing swimmers for that oath. And across the field now we look. So third at the moment is William McFarlane. Fourth in lane one, Sheldon Hogan.
And Charlie Dickinson there from Ngātai Tuatea in lane three, currently looking like the leader of the 14-year-olds, you know, through the race. So he's looking really solid as well, holding that 35. So we've seen him the last couple of years as one of those swimmers that can sort of just churn out a race and then suddenly will drop a lot of time over that last 100 to 75 metres. So he'll be looking to kind of find that race plan. Probably wants to not get stuck with some swimmers around him, really push that pace up a little bit here into the 600-metre mark.
And looking at that pace, Leo English just slipping into the 33 flat there for these 600 metres. So 150 metres until we hit the halfway mark. Talking about training and preparation, Matt, what is the type of training these swimmers are doing in terms of mileage in the pool? What are the type of sets they will do to ensure that they're ready and prepped for this event?
I mean, it really does come down to the swimmer a lot of times. I think the old idea used to be that, you know, if you're swimming the 1500, you're just jumping in the water, you're doing a lot of 800s, a lot of thousands, a lot of, yeah, you know, a lot of staring at the black line along the bottom of the pool. I think the 1500 now has really incorporated a lot more pace swimming, heart rate level swimming. How are we controlling that tempo and speed through there? So no doubt a lot of these swimmers, a lot of these boys out there are logging a lot of yards, but I don't think it's the same as it probably was 20, 30 years ago when it was probably just, jump in that lane, let's go for 10Ks and see you later. I would imagine lots of sets that are focused around descending 400s or 400s focusing on a negative split, and then leading to a lot of, fast 200s, high intensity 200s, looking to be as even as possibly can, probably taking into account stroke counts and stroke rates as they go along. And, breaking a 1500 up over a training session can be done with 200s, 300s, and doesn't, wear you down or get as sloppy as just swimming, thousands or 800s time over time,
That's right. Yeah, that's a good point about the technique here. Keeping the coaches on top of that technique while those swimmers fatigue across those sets. And nice to see Leo English drop down to a 32 on the previous one. He's back up to 33.48. He's got that kind of thing we had earlier of faster one way than the other. There must be a whole lot of support on one side perhaps. But I'm sure he's getting signals going, nope, you need to go faster again. And really trying to pull on the reserves here, Leo English, as he has now gone through the 850 metre mark. So 650 metres to go.
Yeah, and really hanging in there well, those 32 highs, 33 lows, the 800 to 1,000 metre mark, really tough in the 1500. I think it's quite often overlooked. Swimming an 800, jumping up to a 1500, that's a big double of your distance. I think going from a 400 to an 800, you're like, oh, I'm almost there. Getting to 800, 900 metres with a really solid, intense effort that Leo English is, how does he mentally stay focused here? And as we're saying, sometimes being able to look over to the side, see some teammates, see a coach is really helpful. It's like, okay, yeah, just check back in. They're giving me the signs. I'm good to go. It is a long race. And at 15, to have that focus is really, really impressive.
Well, I think he's still on track for that 16 minute. We hope if he can keep up this pace. Sort of hanging around that 106, 106 and a half per 100.
Yeah, and just starting to slip a little bit off that 16-minute pace we're talking about. 104s, we're probably looking to be going through this 1,000-metre mark in a 10:40 would be the goal, and that's just passing us by there. So, it's not out of the realm yet. There could be that descent that comes through the back half of the race, but he won't want to be slipping too much further back here. We've had a couple of those 33 mids, a 33.2 there, so he's still charging well, still looks well in control, hasn't really brought his legs in at all to this race, keeping himself balanced.
William McFarlane in third, the 16-year-old from Kiwi, and Soren Wells sitting in second. They're very close now, the two of them.
Yeah, William McFarlane closing that gap. Soren Wells lost his cap. Always a frustrating thing to happen. You probably haven't been through a 1500 in your life unless you've done one without a cap. It really gets into your brain a little bit, but hanging in there strong. Soren's, holding those 34 mids very consistent at a couple of back-to-back 34, 44s. So, consistency is the name of the game.
Going across the field, fifth is Charlie Dickinson. Of course, he is the 14, or one of the two 14-year-olds in the field. Alex Coppershon sitting in second, in lane two is sixth. Seventh is Tyler Lushcott. Fourth, Sheldon Hogan in lane one. Great to see some support on the pool side from a lot of the club mates here. These swimmers will reciprocate when the other swimmers get in the pool, so they're there to support them, support their club mates. The relays to come after this, the 4x100 metre medley relays across the ages and genders. And a chance for some swimmers that haven't swum yet to have a hit out before the individual events later in the week. Really keeping that rating nice and high, Leo English. Their breathing pattern, he kind of breathes off to the left just before each turn, but then seems to stick back to the right-hand side as he goes down the length.
And he does a really good job coming off that wall and getting his tempo up really fast. I think the first 2 or 3 strokes, there's a slightly higher stroke rate there, and then he settles into his rhythm. A really great way to keep yourself focused. I quite often tell swimmers that 2 strokes in, 2 strokes out is a really easy way to maintain that speed in and out of your turn. Otherwise, it's very easy to just sort of drift off, lose a quarter of a second in and out, which over that 1500 really starts to add up.
Yeah, we've certainly seen some 1500s change from fantastic turns and underwater work. You can't forget about that very important part of it. And these two in lane 8 and 9, this is William Callow and Bradley Searle swimming stroke for stroke here. The 14-year-old in 8, 16-year-old Bradley Searle in 9. Now eyeing each other up. 200 metres to swim for Leo English. Getting to the business end of this 1500 metres freestyle for the boys. The 4th and final, time final. 3 of them swum this morning, and as you said earlier, Matt, a lot of these age groupers would have had a good look at the results this morning, knowing what sort of times came through, what they need to swim tonight. And this being very different to the other events where they just swim it once and it's done on a time.
Yeah, and also, pretty tough for the girls in the race before this and this, doing those distance races on night 1. The moment this race finishes, starting to look into, it's going to be a 15-minute, 16, 17 minutes here in this race, probably another good 30 to 40 minutes in that warm-down pool. A really, really taxing night going into a week of racing. So, you talk about the work that goes into it. It's not just for this race. It's the preparation for the race. It's the warm down afterwards as well, and not letting that tax you over the next 4 days.
Into the final 100 metres for Leo English, and we'll ask you to start making a little bit of noise for him as you bring him home the final 50. He'll appreciate it. He's worked super hard. A 33.19, looking perhaps for a 16.15, 16.17 here, which would be a good improvement on his 16.27.
Yeah, very easily going to be a PB. It's just a matter of how far, you'd probably want to be looking to try and drop near a 30 or a 29 on this last 50. Looking strong, managing to keep that rhythm up all the way, and that tempo almost looks like it hasn't changed, but it slowly picks up here over that last 10 metres.
Leo English comes in to win the 1500 metre freestyle time final number 4, and he bangs the water with a fist. A 16.18.11, and he's super happy about that. A 31.08 to finish down the last 50. I often do see that last bit of energy coming out in that final 50. Here comes William McFarlane. He's lost the cap as well. Something going on tonight. Soren Wells will be third to the wall, but this is a great swim for William McFarlane. 16.50 for the 16-year-old. I think that's a 27-second improvement there, Matt. And Soren Wells, 16.55, obviously lost that cap early. A little unsettling, I'm sure. 4th will go to Sheldon Hogan, 17.07. Brings his time down by 15 seconds. The 15-year-old and lane 3, the 14-year-old Charlie Dickerson will win for the 14-year-old boys. 17:31 for Bradley Searle. Just a slender PB there. Tyler Lushcott in 0, 5-second PB there. And we'll catch a word with Leo English shortly. Luke Pigar coming down from Mirihiku, looking really controlled to finish our time final number 4. Give them a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. The boys 1500 metre freestyle, the fastest of them all. And we'll chat with Leo English about that performance tonight. Here with Leo English, congratulations, well done. You nailed it, the big splash of the water at the end, that must mean you're happy, right?
Yeah, I was so happy, yeah. Big up to all the boys that were in that race, man. The 1500's such a hard one, so respect to everyone that did it, eh?
Good on you. Talk us through that race. It's a long one. As you said, 30 lengths of the pool, trying to hit those times each time. Talk us through, 500 by 500.
Well, shout out to my coach, he's the one that really came up with this plan, but I like to take it as, break it down into 5 300s and just, race them all differently, and it just helps me to go through, have a smooth plan.
16:18, I think you finished on. You were super stoked with that. What was the goal? Was there a time goal tonight?
I was just trying to hold 105s going through, and I'm pretty sure at that time I was pretty close to that, so yeah, I'm pretty stoked.
Well, well done tonight on your win and the oath. You've had a great night. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Scott.
And we will take a quick break before returning to the water for our medley relays. And welcome back to the Hawke's Bay Regional Aquatic Centre. We are back here for day 1, session 2 finals. We will introduce your swimmers in the women's 400 metre medley relays, 13 and 14-year-old finals. In lane 0, Triton Swim Club. In lane 1, Numia Natasha, New Caledonia. In lane 2, North Shore Swim Club B. In lane 3, Wanaka Swim Club. In lane 4, North Shore A. In lane 5, Whananui. In lane 6, Pukekohe. In lane 7, St. Paul's. In lane 8, Hawke Pakuranga. And in lane 9, United. And our fastest time final heat, or our only time final heat, is underway here for the 13 and 14-year-old girls. 400 medley each swimmer. We're taking 100 metres on their own, starting with backstroke through to breaststroke, butterfly and freestyle. The early lead on the camera to lane 3, Wanaka Swim Club. Hana Kani out there, 32.26. A very impressive start by the 13-year-old.
Hana Kani's had a great start to her individual events as well. And lane 3 leading at the moment. Wanaka Swimming Club. North Shore trailing, but a lot of the event to come. Looking for a nice, clean, fast changeover here. Into the water goes Lara Bradford. Into the breaststroke leg. Chanel Huang for North Shore. Third at the moment, Georgia Karpik from United in lane 9.
And Chanel Huang from North Shore looking really good, almost closing that gap immediately over that first 40 metres of this 100-metre breaststroke. Quite often find the breaststroke is the game-changing leg of these medley relays.
Chanel Huang having a great leg here. And the lead changing all over the shop.
Yeah, and a great couple of battles going on. Obviously that first and second between North Shore and Wanaka. Back in lanes 5 and 6, Pukekohe and Whanganui head to head. Olivia Vivian swimming the breaststroke for Whanganui, and Annabelle Shields for Pukekohe Swim Club, almost going stroke for stroke. Olivia Vivian from Whanganui starting to edge ahead, trying to get Whanganui back into that silver medal hunt. But Chanel Huang having a fantastic swim, out in a 33.1 over that first 50. A 1:14 for the 100-metre breaststroke, absolutely fantastic.
Amber Lynn goes in for North Shore for the butterfly leg. Sophia McClintock in lane 3 for Wanaka Swimming Club. Now emerging quite easily into third is Whanganui. Pukekohe trying to hang on to that pace from Tandia Fisher.
Yeah, and Tandia Fisher, we just saw her take the silver medal in the 100-metre butterfly for the 14-year-old girls, so she's going to be strong over this 50. Probably too far to catch North Shore, but can really get Whanganui into the silver medal hunt. Can Wanaka hold on? They got led off to a fantastic start in that 100-metre backstroke. Can they stick around for a medal? What a great swim that would be for Wanaka Swim Club.
Absolutely, and a half-second advantage over that first 50 for Amber Lynn and that butterfly. She's just really extended that lead as the final swimmer lines up for North Shore. The pressure off now. It's how much they will win by, I'm sure. But it is Whanganui coming in with Tandia Fisher. Lani Kim takes off in the freestyle for North Shore.
Yeah.
And away we go.
Good clean changeover, so important late in the race not to get caught up in the excitement. Down here in lane 9, United Swim Club has snuck up into third place. A little bit of outside smoke on that butterfly leg, a 1:07 by Octavia Mahoney to put them right back in the race.
Well, Mila Tongalia in lane 9. She is the freestyle specialist and pretty handy over the 100, I'm sure. So this is Lani Kim bringing it home for North Shore here. Lily Dunn for Whanganui.
Yeah, and Mila from United, we'll wait for her split to pop up on the screen. 27.8 out there over that first 50 metres. Really, really good. Looks controlled. We know she's got that front end speed. How's she going to look over the back end of the 100?
But look at this win for North Shore. North Shore A will win the 13, 14-year-old girls 4x100 medley relay. And second will go to Whanganui. Third to United in 9. Fourth will go to Wanaka after that great performance in the early stages. Pukekohe 5th. North Shore B will take 6th.
And a really good last two legs there from United. Almost snuck up on us completely over there in that butterfly leg to put themselves into third. You know, quite often hard swimming in that lane 9 spot, but really, really good job by them, staying competitive, staying in the race.
1:07.9 Congratulations to North Shore A, never in doubt from the early stages. Strong across the 4 disciplines. We'll have a chat to North Shore A about their win. So if North Shore A can head on over. We're here with North Shore A, the winner of the 13, 14-year-old girls. Must be fantastic to win with your swim mates here.
Yeah, it's really amazing. It's like we put in so much hard work over the past year, and it's just so amazing that we won.
Must be fun to train every day, come here to the national meets, come together into a relay. Was there much relay sort of practice going in, changeovers and all that sort of thing?
Actually, no. We only just started practicing this morning.
So nice, safe changeover as well. You look dominating from the beginning. A great win, good margin. Well done, North Shore.
Yeah, thank you.
Moving on now to the single timed final for the boys 13 and 14 400 medley relay. Your finalists are hitting poolside now. In lane 0, we have Parnell Swimming Club B. In lane 1, North Shore Swimming Club B. In 2, Hawke Pakuranga. In 3, Coast Swim Club. In 4, Parnell. In lane 5, North Shore A. In lane 6, United A. In 7, United B. In lane 8, Coast Swimming Club B. And in lane 9, Liz Van Wheelie Aquatics A.
Now this backstroke leg, it's a unique leg where they can actually get a registered time off the blocks for the 100 metres backstroke. And sending their fastest 100 backstrokers out across the club, some of them with a B team, with the nice depth, they have a B team as well. The A teams generally will find in the middle of the pool, and leading through is Parnell A. Coast A is sitting just behind by 0.5.
And a really great opportunity for swimmers here. Case Glenmeyer and Yufeng Zhang, both 14 years old. A chance on day one to race each other in that 100-metre backstroke. Kind of feel each other out going into that race in a couple of days' time. But at the moment, Yufeng Zhang, Parnell, Case hanging in there, just staying on his hip, keeping himself in the race.
Giving Parnell a nice handy lead into the breaststroke leg. Rangjiang Wang from Coast starting to claw back the deficit. Sitting even now with Leo Liu.
Yeah, and two very distinctive breaststrokes there. Rushang Wang from Coast getting much higher up out of the water, really throwing himself forward. Liu, a little bit softer, a little bit smoother, just a little bobbing up and down.
Good, powerful arm strokes and recovery here from Wang from Coast. Now takes them into the lead. Valuable points for the club competition here in the relays. Hence why you'll see quite a few clubs putting in numerous relays here. And starting to come through in lane 6. This is United Swimming Club A with Finn Alar. Getting himself into contention, getting the team into contention perhaps. Creeping up onto Parnell's Liu. In goes J.K. Wang for Coast. Michael Chen in for Parnell. Grayson Coulter goes in for North Shore.
And Coast and Parnell really just chopping and changing this lead. Yeah. As we just instantly go back, Parnell, Michael Chen has taken the lead over in this first 40 metres. How is it going to look over this last 100 freestyle? We'll see. If we follow the pattern, it looks like Coast is going to make a good comeback over that last 100 metres.
Well, that was the 3-second margin there in that first 50-metre butterfly. So what a swim from Michael Chen here. Really bringing Parnell back into it. This is going to be really hard to claw back. Look at the powerful kick at the back there, Matt. That is one of the most powerful butterfly kicks, just really high position, bouncing along down that second 50.
And over here in lane 6, Ryan Zhao from United, putting United all the way up into that second position. Grayson Coulter powering North Shore back into 4th place. Can they get themselves into a medal spot? 2nd and 3rd, almost a dead heat between United and Coast. And here comes a flyer from Coast.
Grayson Swanepoel for Coast, James Zhang for Parnell, Dominic Barton is in lane 5 for North Shore, Henry Wang.
The 4 Auckland clubs having a bit of a regional battle off here on night number 1.
But Parnell, that butterfly leg by Michael Chen has really brought them back, and James Zhang is extending that lead now. Grayson Swanepoel doing his best to hold on to 2nd. But Henry Wang coming up. Can he challenge for the silver here? But congratulations to Parnell Swimming Club. I must admit, I haven't seen Parnell on top of that podium for a little while with the relays.
Yeah,
it's a great
quite
swim.
Often here we're seeing the likes of North Shore and Coast. So great to see Parnell in here on night 1. Perhaps a sign of things to come for the week. A little bit more competition in those relays is going to be really appreciated here. Yeah, at least in this age group, we'll see how the next couple go. Yeah, but really good to see a little bit more diversity across those clubs and these distances.
Yeah, great racing by all the swimmers playing their part for the team effort. Lane 9 coming in now, Logan Pinkerton. Put your hands together for all of our boys. In the 4x100 metre medley men's relay for 13, 14-year-old boys. And we'll catch a word with our winning Parnell team. So Parnell, come on over. Well done to Parnell. Come on over for a quick chat. Good on you, boys. Parnell back on top of the medley relay podium. Congratulations, guys. It was a bit chop and change. The leads changed multiple times. Where's Michael Chen? Michael, that 100 butterfly, 27 down that first 50. You regained that lead, set yourself, your team up, eh? How do you feel?
Yeah, stoked. Really excited.
Team effort here tonight. I was just saying to Matt, I haven't seen Parnell on top of that podium for relays for a while. Is this the start of something that we're going to see more often?
Yes, definitely.
Good on you. Round of applause for Parnell, ladies and gentlemen. 4x100 metre medley, 13 and 14-year-old boys.
And moving on now to event number 9, the women's 16 and under 400 medley relay. We have 2 timed finaled heats here this evening. The swimmers in the first of these timed final heats. In lane 3, United. In lane 4, St. Peter's. And in lane 5, Club 37. As the first of our 2 timed finals hit the water, St. Peter's, the only club in the program of this heat with an entry time, so we don't know how this one's going to play out too much at the moment. As we've seen over the last couple of heats, the things can change 50 by 50, 100 by 100. And through the first wall, it is United's Maya Boti taking us out at 34-33. Looking really strong, really in control. Nice long backstroke arms, controlled roll through her stroke as she hands it over to Olivia Oram. 13-year-old making this relay team into her 100 breaststroke.
The changeover is oh so important, just making sure they're finishing on a full stroke, not to upset the swimmer waiting. Generally, some of the younger age groups, you'll see quite conservative changeovers just to avoid that horrible disqualification. And you often see swimmers in these relays bring out some of the best times of their career. The pressure's off a little bit, you've got that camaraderie, and you just feel like you're there for the team. You want to do your best for the team, and it is quite awesome, especially the first day, to build that confidence off the back of a relay if it is your first event, to feel the water for the first time, have that racing, set yourself up nicely for your individual events. Leading the way at the moment, it is Kitty Lovett.
Yeah, I was going to say the relay is a really important part of the team culture, so really good to see full heats here tonight. You know, as you're saying, swimmers often do the faster times they've ever done. You know, a little bit of it's a relay changeover, a little bit of it's just the excitement. You're kind of feeling good going into the water. You maybe get a bit excited. That first 50 is a little bit faster than race plan, and then, you know, you're caught up in a race, caught up in the excitement, trying to carry your team through, and it leads you to a really good time.
Halfway through this event, the first time final for the 16 and under girls. And it is lane 5, Club 37. Kiri Yamagami goes into the water. A very accomplished butterflyer. And on the other side, Frankie Dodansky, Alana Rawson in lane 4. Got a bit of work to do here. Real strong butterflies here for the clubs. United, St. Peter's and Club 37. And these swimmers will be wanting to, regardless of only being 3 in this event, wanting to record some times that will compete with the next time final. They are still in the running. So we'll have to make a note of the winning times here. And into the final freestyle leg is Macy Haynes from Club 37. Starts off nice and quick down that first 25. Fantastic rating with the almost straight arm recovery. Kayla Knight for United in lane 3 sitting in second. And Serena Tang from St Peter's in the middle of the pool. Pushing hard in that final 15 metres here. This is the part where it hurts in the 100 freestyle, any 100 really. But it's really got to concentrate on that technique through to the wall. 4:36.09, winning time final number 1.
Yeah, and as you said, we'll keep an eye on that. Rounding out second place in our heat, Kayla Knight bringing United home in a 4:44.46. Really nice split there from Macy Haynes from Club 37. 1:00.32 on that anchor leg.
And there's the result, Club 37, 4:36.09. We keep a lookout for that time in the next time final. Introducing time final number 2 of the girls 16 and under 4x100 metre medley relay, lane 0, Aquablades A. Lane 1, North Shore Swimming Club A. 2, Parnell A. 3, Hamilton Aquatics A. 4, Phoenix Aquatics A. 5, North Canterbury Swim Club A. 6, St Paul's Swimming Club A. 7, Coast Swimming Club A. 8, Pirates Swim Team A. 9, Jazzy Swim Club A. The second of the 2 time finals, the fastest 10 teams, and a great start in lane 4 by Phoenix Aquatics A. Arissa Liu, the backstroke specialist. Beautiful technique.
And as we've seen over the years, really uses her underwaters to her advantage. She pops up nearly half a body length ahead of the rest of the field there at 15 metres. So you'll watch her go into this turn. She'll get nice and deep off that wall. And she really starts to flick those feet through. Nice, big, booming kicks. Out 6 or 7 metres.
And hanging on to her hip at the moment is Hamilton Aquatics' Paige Stringer. Not letting her go. And now Paige Stringer starting to come up. The 16-year-old from Hamilton Aquatics is taking the lead. And third place at the moment, it is Parnell A. with Mackenzie Tobin.
And not much between them, under a second between the top 3. Hamilton back to Phoenix, back to Parnell in lane 2. Cynthia Lee, really strong over the breaststroke, but Alyssa Wangford, in lane 2 from Parnell. Another exceptional Parnell relay team, as we were talking about before. At the moment, top 3 again, may have switched around the order, but still not much between them. It will be Parnell. Alyssa Wangford takes them through in first. Hamilton Aquatics in second with Ariella Riley and Cynthia Lee of Phoenix Aquatics there for third. At the moment, the battle over on that far side of the pool. Alyssa Wangford was down to the wall in 34.18. Fastest split we've seen for girls so far. The women tonight so far, I believe, is a 1:14, so we'll see how close we are on that. Hamilton Aquatics coming back at them. A really good last 10 metres there by Ariella Riley. 1:14 for Alyssa Wangford, 1:16 for Ariella Riley. And this race certainly not over yet. Parnell still in front, but Jade Lyles of Phoenix Aquatics, the 14-year-old swimming up in age group, starting to close that gap at least on Madison Marlowe of Hamilton Aquatics. A 30.5 by Jade Lyles there through the 50 metres, 2 seconds faster than the other two girls next to her. This is going to be very close coming through the 300 metres. Jade Lyles looking very, very strong. A good butterfly, a good IEMA in her own right. It looks like Parnell's going to hang on here right into the finish. Hamilton Aquatics has fallen off just a little bit, Madison Marlowe, but under half a second between them, between Parnell and Phoenix. Lee Zhongru hits the water first for Parnell. Hope Wang, we've seen her, what a busy night she's had tonight, coming off the 800 freestyle, but she's looking absolutely electric here over the first 30 metres of this 100-metre freestyle.
Showing her versatility, that's for sure. 800 to a 100 to anchor her relay here. Hope Wang for Phoenix. And not to forget, only 13 years of age. This is the 16 and under age group. Obviously allows for younger swimmers to swim up if the club needs it. So really showing some great strength here from Hope Wang. Well, you know she's going to have the back end. She's going to have the back end, Hope Wang, but being challenged here by Indiana Riley in lane 3. Indiana Riley coming quickly. Everyone waving furiously. Hope Wang, can she hold on for the win for Phoenix? Ariella Riley coming in for Hamilton Aquatics. And Hope Wang wins it for her team, 4:32.49. Second will go to Hamilton Aquatics. Third to Parnell Swimming.
Hope Wang coming home in a 1:01. Indiana Riley a 1:00.11. Just not enough pull space to pull that one back there. And Parnell rounding out a top three. One of the more competitive races we've seen here tonight, back and forth the whole way. Some absolute fantastic swimming, topped off by Phoenix Aquatics. Hope Wang there at the end. Big night for her. Jade Lyles, an impressive 1:06 in that 100 butterfly, really putting them back in the race. And I believe Scott will have a word with our winning Phoenix Aquatics team just in a moment.
We'll have a chat to Phoenix team here. Just chatting to these girls here, the Phoenix team. I think this is the first time Phoenix have won a relay in the medley, or maybe totally in the national champs.
For the girls, yeah.
For the girls, what an occasion. Arissa, great backstroke leg to start off with. And then where's Hope Wang? Hope, 800-metre freestyle straight down to a 100-metre freestyle to finish. It must feel pretty cool to bring your team in for the win.
Yeah, it felt really good.
13 years of age, you've done a great job. All of the team, congratulations, Phoenix.
Moving on now to event 10, the first of our two-time finals for the men's 400 medley relay. In lane 2, Aquagym Swim Club. In lane 3, Pukekohe Swimming Club. In lane 4, Jazzy. In 5, St. Paul's B. In lane 6, Aquablades. And in lane 7, Pirates Swim Team.
Nice strong start in lane 6 here for Max Cave. Talking about that underwater work, he made full use of it and is leading down this first lap. Also Alex Gibson over there in lane 2, also a great start from him. This is the first of two-time finals in the 16 and under boys 4x100 metre medley relay.
Yeah, and Max Cave of Aquablades, we've seen him the last couple of years, one of the top boys in that age group, in those backstroke races and those shorter freestyle sprints, so really playing into his specialty here early in the race. As we've mentioned before, being in the first of these time finals heats, really important to set a time up. And being a backstroker, really good to get your team out in front, get them some nice pull, give them good real estate to swim through.
Be interesting to see where he touches here. Probably getting a good indication, 59.97 under the minute. I wonder how that stacks up against his best time. In goes Jacob Parker. Jacob Parker leading the way for Aquablades.
And early in this breaststroke league, Charlie Norgate of Jazzy looking really, really strong, nice and smooth, has a great flow to that stroke, big, powerful kick behind him. Jacob Parker, 15-year-old from Napier Aquablades, he's doing a great job of hanging in there, but I think the gap will be closing and we will see those on the splits here through the first 50 metres. A 34.2 for Charlie Norgate, half a second picked up there.
He's doing a good job of holding on here. Jacob Parker looking strong. The quite distinct differences here between the strokes. The rating almost double. Jacob Parker, then Charlie Norgate. And Charlie Norgate just starting to take charge here, takes the lead for Jazzy, leading into the butterfly leg. This is Zach Horton, goes into the water. Nathan Whitehead for Aquablades. And look at that dive start, getting now out to a full body length lead.
Yeah, really impressive second 50 there by Charlie Norgate, coming back in a 38.4 to bring home that 100 breaststroke in a 1:12, really closing that gap. As I said before, that breaststroke can be a big equaliser in these medley relays.
And as we've seen before, butterfly can also do that too. And Zachary Horton holding on to the lead here, but starting to come through. Daniel Smith in lane 3, and look out here, Declan Broadfoot in lane 7. He's taken the lead.
Yeah, great butterfly. We saw him in the 100 butterfly earlier tonight. He's had a good time to reset, recharge going into this, and he's absolutely flown past the field here. He'll hand it over to Oscar Hodge, the 13-year-old from Pirates.
No pressure, Oscar.
As Jazzy and Pukekohe pretty much enter the water at the exact same time. Pukekohe had a great finish there from Daniel Smith, closing that one in a 33, I think I saw on the split.
Harry Riki takes the lead back for Jazzy. Yin Yang Chua in lane 3 for Pukekohe is sitting third, but this lead's going to change, I feel, in the last 50.
Yeah, Harry Reiki doing a great job there. 25.09 through that first 50, putting himself in position. He's breathing to his left, keeping an eye on Pukekohe. Again, Pukekohe have done a great job here to put themselves back in this race over the last 200 metres.
But Jazzy, they took the lead, they lost the lead, they've taken it back, and they've convincingly won time final number 1.
And bit of an outside smoke. It looks like Aquagym's going to get themselves into third place in the race. Thomas Cave absolutely flying back here down the last 50, 56, 70. Yeah, oh, sorry. A 57.5 over there for Aquagym to bring them home.
And there's the official result of time final number 1. Jazzy winning by 2 seconds in the end. Moving now to the second time final in the final race of session number 2. Lane 0, United Swimming Club B. Lane 1, Coast Swimming Club A. 2, St Paul's A. 3, United A. 4, North Shore A. 5, Phoenix A. 6, New Caledonia. 7, North Shore Swimming B. 8, Hawke Pakaranga A. 9, Capital A. The fastest 10 teams in the 16 and under boys 4x100 metre medley relay. And a nice start for Bruce Shen from Phoenix in lane 5. Also lane 1, Alex Sanford had a good strong start. But it is Bruce Shen who is giving his team a good lead down that first 50. I'd say a full body length over North Shore A and North Shore B. Beautiful high body position here. You can see it just really pulling a lot of water. Bruce Shen looking superb. Right on the lane rope though. This will be an interesting time. He's going to go well under the minute. 58.25 for Michael Cheng. And now Michael Yang is in the pool for the breaststroke. Could this be another win for Phoenix? Too early to say, maybe. Second at the moment is North Shore Swimming Club B. Surprise, surprise. They'll holding it over there, North Shore A team. Cameron Karpik for United sitting in third, the breaststroke specialist. Starting to creep up, Cameron Karpik. He's been a New Zealand age group record holder, probably still is, holding on to those records from the 13, 14-year-old category. And now starting to come through North Shore into North Shore A into second place, I think, but North Shore B going very well out here in lane 7. Phoenix leads halfway through this event. Into the butterfly leg goes Alwyn Bayo. No, for Phoenix it is Jethro Yoon. Jacob Humphreys for North Shore.
Yeah, we've seen Phoenix take out one relay here tonight in a really good position here with 150 to go, but Jacob Humphreys is absolutely flying down the pool there. Fantastic underwater, big booming butterfly kicks.
North Shore A versus Phoenix. North Shore B have dropped back a bit now. In lane 3 is United A, and that's Michael's son. The battle on, North Shore versus Phoenix. It's going to come down to the freestylers. North Shore edges ahead with the 100-metre freestyle to go. In goes Sean Burke. Osbert Gu on his outside in lane 5.
Great first 15 metres there by Osbert Gu. Really used that changeover, propelled himself through the underwater, and at the moment has that kick behind him. It is 100 freestyle. A lot can happen in that next 75 metres, but Osbert Gu looking really, really strong. Not rushing that stroke, nice and controlled, good power.
And they almost turn together. Just 0.4 of a second. Osbert Gu holds the lead.
Osbert Gu down in a 25-0, though. We're talking about it. Some of these relay splits you see absolutely flyers.
Osbert Gu for Phoenix, bringing it home for the team. Could this be another win for Phoenix? What can Sean Burke do to respond? A body length lead opens up now. Phoenix will win it. Osbert Gu, a fantastic final 100 for him, for his team. 3:59.59. And they will win. And you can just see some of the age group programs starting to pay dividends now as these boys get a little bit older, a little bit stronger, and it's starting to come through to win these relays in the older age groups. Great to see. And well done to the coaching team at Phoenix. And let's give them a round of applause, all of our boys, in the 4x100 metre medley relay. And we'll catch a word with Phoenix Aquatics A for their win.
And we will move to an ad break before coming back to our medal ceremonies here for the remaining events.
Please put your hands together and thank our technical officials as they make their way from pool deck. Thank you for your time and attention this evening. We'll be back after the short break for our prize giving for the second half of the final session.
Escape to Hawke's Bay, and you'll find yourself in great company here. Welcome to the world's newest great wine capital.
We're going to try and do the wine styles that Hawke's Bay does best. These are the varieties that we champion.
Got the ovation, lamb rub. Enjoy.
Welcome to Hawke's Bay. You're in great company here.
Here's a helmet, here's a mat. See you at 4.
Hawke's Bay is the world's newest great wine capital.
Swell it a little bit, it just opens it up.
Join us. You're in great company here. Escape to Hawke's Bay, and you'll find yourself in great company here. Welcome to the world's newest great wine capital.
Welcome back. This is concluding the first of our final session. We've still got the prize giving to go for the second half, the medal presentation. But just looking back over tonight's racing, some of the highlights, Matt, for you, for me, starting with Grayson Coulter and that 100 butterfly, lowering his own New Zealand age group record, and then backs it up with equalling his New Zealand age group record in the 50 free. A dream start for him.
Yeah, really good start to the week. I think it's first national age groups. A lot of nerves could be up and down. To come out there, he was very close there this morning. To come back tonight, be right on those times, faster than he was a month ago. The joys of being 13, coming in, PBing, all the time, but really, really impressive swim. And I think as well, the 100 butterfly all around gave us some really, really impressive swims. We saw Tapaki the next heat. After that, the 14-year-old age group, the 16-year-old boys, Ariel and Leo Solomonson, a little bit of a battle there going forward through the week, both in the 200 butterfly. So we're going to see that pop up a little bit more.
And in that multi-class girls 50 freestyle, Riley Sayer getting that world paratime once again, lowering her own New Zealand record, and just been told by Graham Moore that her time was the fastest time in the world this year for S7. That is remarkable, and the fact that if she could continue on that form, who knows what can happen with her career.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I was saying to you before, seeing her walk around poolside now seems far more bubbly. She's back to her real self than she was this time last year. And also in that multi-class final, Riley Sayer, the New Zealand record, Pike Quinn, also the New Zealand record in her S19. So double national records there for our multi-class swimmers is fantastic.
Leo English, 1500 metre freestyle. He was wanting that win. He really gave it everything tonight, and he won it. And fantastic interview too. Lovely chap, and wishing him all the best for the rest of these champs. So that's a bit of a wrap for tonight's final. We'll be back after this break for the second medal ceremony.
Apollo Projects is New Zealand's trusted specialist for the design and construction of sports, aquatics and education centres, and is proud to be the principal sponsor of Swimming New Zealand.
The second medal presentation will be the medals presented by Rafael Souza from North Shore coach. And we start with the 800 metre freestyle 13-year-old girls. Bronze is Ashley Lamb from Hawke, 10 minutes 20.61. Silver goes to Amelia Hoglinger, 10:14.63. And the winner, gold, Hope Wang, 9:24.47 from Phoenix. Moving to the 14-year-old girls, 800 metre freestyle time final result. Sadie Percy wins the bronze, 9:41.12 from Pirates. Silver medal goes to Helena Yule from North Shore, 9:40.23. And the gold, Maeve McDonnell, Hawke, 9:36.64. "15-year-old girls, 800 metres freestyle bronze, Tessa Scott, St Paul's, 9:41.80. Silver, Isabella McIntyre, 9:28.78 from Tahiti Swimming Club. And winning the gold, Paige Conley from Whanganui Swimming Club, 9:22.17. "16-year-old girls, Tegan Stewart wins the bronze from Nelson South, 9:40.24. Indiana Riley gets the silver, 9:33.88 from Hamilton Aquatics. And winning the gold, Talon Hickford from Aquablades, 9:33.87. $1,500 metres freestyle for boys, 13-year-olds. Third place is Stefan Grant, a visitor from Australia, as well as Jonathan Bao Parnell, 18:21 and 18:46.79 respectively. Silver goes to our visitor from the United States of America is Cooper Ketchin, 18:02.57, and Fletcher Cummings from Liz Van Willy Aquatics, 18:34.39. And winning the gold from Australia, the visitor Henry McCarthy, 17:32.52, and Connor Mahoney from Mount Eden, 18:25.21. Next up is the 14-year-old boys. Justin Wang, bronze, 17:31.57 from Parirua City Aquatics. Tyler Lushcott wins the silver, United Swimming Club, 17:25.68. And winning the gold, Charlie Dickerson from Ngātai Tuatea Atara Ika Swimming, 17:08.64. Fifteen-year-old boys, Sheldon Hogan wins the bronze, 17:07.30. Silver goes to Soren Wells, Wharanui Swim Club, 16:55.29. And the gold goes to Leo English, Swim Rotorua, 16:18.11. Sixteen-year-old boys, Alexander Coppershon gets the bronze, 17:26.78. Zach Pask wins the silver from Liz Van Willy Aquatics, 17:19.85. And winning the gold, William McFarlane from Kiwi, 16:50.59. Moving to event 7, the 4x100 metre medley girls relay, 13-14-year-olds. Bronze goes to the United Swimming Club A team, 4:39.13. Made up of Clara Sting, Georgia Karpik, Octavia Mahoney and Mila Tongalia. Silver medals go to Wharanui Swim Club A, Taylor Cox, Olivia Vivian, Tandia Fisher, Lily Dunn. And the gold medal goes to North Shore Swimming Club A. Helena Yule, Chanel Huang, Amber Lynn and Lani Kim. Well done to our place getters in the 13, 14-year-old girls 4x100 metre medley relay. Moving now to the next event, event 8, the 4x100 metre medley boys relay. (13, 14). And the bronze medal goes to United Swimming Club A, Timothy Chin, Finn Alawa, Ryan Zhao and Henry Wang. Second goes to Coast Swimming Club A, Case Glintmeyer, William Wang, J.K. Wang, Grayson Swanepoel. And gold goes to Parnell Swimming Club A, Yifan Zhang, Leo Liu, Michael Chen and James Zhang. Moving now to the event 9, the 4x100 metre girls medley relay, 16 and under. Bronze goes to Parnell Swimming A, 4:35.08, and that's made up of Mackenzie Tobin, Alyssa Wangford, Eve Liu and Zhongri Lee. Silver goes to Hamilton Aquatics A, Paige Stringer, Ariella Riley, Madison Marlowe and Indiana Riley, 4:33.17. And the gold medal goes to Phoenix Aquatics A, Arissa Liu, Cynthia Lee, Jade Lyles and Hope Wang, 4:32.49. Moving now to the event 10, 4x100 metre medley relay for boys 16 and under. Bronze medal, United Swimming Club A, 4:04.76, Seb Segers, Cameron Karpik, Michael Sun, Bradley Searle. Silver goes to North Shore Swimming Club A, 4 minutes, .50. Ryan Hewitson, Alwyn Bow, Jacob Humphreys, Sean Burke. And winning is Phoenix Bruce Sheng, Michael Yang, Jethro Yoon and Osbert Gu, 3:59.29. Well done to Phoenix. Well, that concludes session number 2, the first of our final session here at the Hawke's Bay Regional Aquatic Centre. We hope you've enjoyed the action. Looking at the session tomorrow, the heats 400 IM for both girls and boys, the 100 freestyle, able body and multi-class, 200 backstroke boys and girls, and the 50 breaststroke boys and girls. We're live from 8:25 AM. I hope to see you then.